So, today I'm joined by three gentlemen. So we took a look a while ago at the tier list that's available for Magic the Gathering like tribal cards, and we decided this isn't good enough. We need not in the sense that it's tiered incorrect or like that the tiers are chosen incorrectly, whatever. I mean, it's also tiered incorrectly because our opinion is objective, and
objectively right.
Exactly. And but there was way less tribes than should have been included. So we're including every tribe on EDH Rec with over 100 decks. So we're gonna go through all the tribes and figure it out. Hold on, should I add like little titles for each of us at the bottom?
Yes.
Okay. We'll make it just one extra long bar that has all of our names on it. Dave.
Yes.
Bryce. Kyle. Mikey. Mikey Moo.
Oh God, no.
That'd be great.
I'm gonna call you Mikey from now on.
I swear to God, you will get murdered.
This is being recorded. That's premeditated now.
I can edit it in post. It's fine. Ew, my font size is 256.
Actually, what is your preferred font, Dave?
Impact. They can go on top.
Maybe you can.
Oh God, this was a mistake.
I feel you need to put some tabs in there.
Does it have? Don't worry. I'm going to.
Can you not add multiple text instances?
I can. I decided not to. Bam. Bam.
Okay.
Okay. Let's get started, boys. So I have gathered. I lovingly, painstakingly made PNGs of every tribe, and they're all uploaded alphabetically. So that's how we're going to be approaching this. So we're gonna start strong with allies. How do you guys feel about allies?
I'm gonna start off by saying allies, just like the first letter of their name. I think that's a solid A tier.
Solid A tier, he says.
I think it's a solid B.
I think at a minimum B. It definitely has upward momentum.
I don't think they're.
They're definitely good.
They have two sets of allies. Were allies in the third Zendikar or no?
I think so.
I don't think
because Party was in the third Zendikar.
Yeah, Party's kind of a shit mechanic too, so yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Actually, thinking about this though, okay, what do allies have? Allies have General Tazri, and
is the best commander by far for him. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
So I mean, I could hear an argument for B if we're talking about like commander variety just isn't really there.
Yeah.
I think what we're going to find really quickly, though, is a lot of tribes don't actually have a whole lot of commander variety. A lot of tribes just run one commander, and there's just a shit ton of
Very
decks.
true.
And they're really good.
Yeah.
Well, we can workshop as we go. We have a lot of tribes to get through today. But
right.
I think the allies have a good commander. They have strong support. You almost basically don't have to run like other supporting synergy pieces. It's 5 color. Yeah.
It's 5 color.
It's got a lot going for it. Got a lot going for it. I
you
think A to start off with.
Okay, I'm going to go
with
an
A minus for me then.
Are you feeling that? A minus?
Yeah,
okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Angels.
Okay.
Yeah,
so angels are really big on stacks. I don't know. We just I'm thinking of mono white, honestly. So that's
okay. So here's the thing. I think angels are a solid A tier as well. However, I don't think there's a lot of low CMC angels.
No.
But on the high
CMC, is that, like, their
angels are.
Giada is basically it.
But
whatever her name is.
But that's
their curve is fucking rough.
Don't you? Doesn't Kalia
She's not actually an angel, but she is an angel commander.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like Mardu gives you access to like Gisela, which
way
is
better.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like some of the best angels. At the high end, angels are like high CMC.
Yeah.
Angels are like one of the best tribes in Magic.
But would we include like Kalia as like a commander for angels, demons, and like dragons? I don't know if we can consider that, you know? Like
I think we can, just because from the looks of it, she has over 1,700 decks, which is more than what.
Yeah, but those decks don't have just angels.
Yeah, angel tribal. I'm looking at angel tribal.
Okay.
Just angel tribal.
And like,
but that's more than the
having access, which like honestly, having a commander gives you access to like Gisela is fantastic.
Right.
Yeah.
Bruna is meh. She doesn't really interact with that. Sigarda is good, but she's more of a human commander. Like
you have Avacyn in there, not as a commander, but just creature.
I mean, even if Avacyn was the commander, it'd stomp.
Still great.
It'd stomp.
I think A tier is fine.
I think A, but I think it's better than.
Oh, absolutely better than allies.
I was gonna say better than allies.
Absolutely. Next up, a dark horse. We have Apes. Apes.
This is Kibo.
So I will say that yeah, Kibo is the #1 ape commander, but Kibo himself is not an ape. Fun fact.
Yeah, which is the same argument we just had.
Which is why I put Grun up.
Yeah.
Kibo cares about apes and monkeys, which is good, but there's no support for the tribe.
No.
Other than
Yeah,
that.
like
It's
as far
almost
as like a
none.
tribe goes,
Like,
it can make like a couple of functional decks, but it's not really something impactful in and of itself.
And it's
I
also
don't want to put it in D tier.
D has a commander, I guess. I was saying earlier, call it unplayable, but yeah.
yeah. As a commander, I guess.
Yeah.
That's
That's probably about where I would put it.
we
yeah.
can
That's
we
fine
can
by
yeah
me.
we can workshop it as we go some more. Archers. So
I think the archers are actually pretty neat. I don't think they're fantastic, but I think there are some interesting decks that can be made by this.
let
Like,
me read what the
Firebrand
commander
and Poison
does.
Tip Archer are fantastic in my opinion.
So
As
there's
a 99.
two,
Two commanders.
but one of them is an equipment commander.
Yeah.
So the one that cares about archers, untap all archers during each other player's untap step. I
They have a
guess
That could be
commander.
interesting.
they have a
That could be
commander.
interesting.
Dude, a bunch of archers tap to deal 1 damage. Is that a thing?
I mean, the sad thing is now is like the best archer card in the game is Orcish Bowmaster.
Oh, there's some
And you
that
can't
tap.
even
Yeah,
use
these
that.
ones tap to deal 1 damage, but this one you can't even use this one. What the heck? Yeah, it's a mono green.
It might be one of the
Or
higher
green
D
white.
tiers
I
or lower C. I don't know. I'm
I
not
can
really.
see this
Uh-oh.
deck being fun, but I don't think I see it being like great.
I will say archers have a
I-
lot of strong cards. I just don't
You
think they
know,
synergize.
I think it's funny that as soon as Bryce said, "Yeah, I'd put this in D tier," you just hear Kyle go, "I," because you know he's about to defend it.
Wait till we get to Sphinx.
I could buy into D tier. My heart says C tier.
I have never seen an archer deck actually played.
I don't think
Neither
they
have I,
were-
but like the thought of it is actually
I've
pretty
seen-
exciting to me.
it's fun.
I've seen archers in gameplay.
Yeah.
But I've never seen
Yeah.
an archer
Like
deck.
I'm sure we're gonna be seeing
Well,
seeing Orcish Bowmasters for the next 7
Orcish
years.
Bowmaster is the best card in Magic right
but
now.
it's black. It's black.
But it's black. And you know what's really funny?
Shut the
There's
fuck
not
up.
a
Oh my
single.
God.
Yeah, well, of course it is, because black's best color in Magic. But besides that, though,
It's
I
a
sell for
commander.
top of D.
I also think it has a commander. I guess.
Speaking
guys,
of
I'm
another-
Destiny
Archer
support,
deck
let's
now.
talk about
Yeah.
artificers.
Artificers.
Ugh.
The thing about artificers is that artificers don't care about artificers. Artificers care about artifacts.
Mhm.
So if you're running a bunch of artificers, you're like innately nerfing yourself.
Yeah, that's a really good point. There's not really tap target artificer you control or something like that. So
Yeah, like
know, there
all,
might
the,
be.
all the number 1
Feature.
artificers are really good.
Yeah,
but-
you can make an argument. Any Brea deck is probably stronger than
But it-
anything Archers and
Yeah.
probably a few others
She's
have
not even an
gone.
artificer. She's just a human.
What?
She just
don't
has
goddamn
she
human.
just has so many colors that artificers care about. I guess.
Oh,
how
okay.
many of the top 5 commanders? Or I guess there's only 4 commanders. Fuck me.
So the only one that actually cares about artificers is the Archimandrite because he cares about advisors, artificers, and monks.
So are you really going to be attacking with your artificers? Like,
No, you're gonna be attacking with
No.
the artifacts they make. Like,
Artifacts. Yeah.
But
I guess that's why they run Brea.
That being said, innately artifact decks are strong.
well, so the thing is that yes, artifact decks are strong. Artificers don't
As
make
a tribe,
artificers strong.
yeah,
Like I think the artificers, despite the good decks they can make,
Drawer is gross.
are a
Brewclad
solid
can be
D
funny.
tier. Honestly, I'd say even
Urza.
lower than archers. I'd say above apes, but below archer.
I'd say C tier.
I think it's C tier. Just because the artifacts just naturally make it stronger.
Yeah, what's stronger than running just fucking Archers?
Like if you're running an artificer deck, you have artifacts in the deck. Like
yeah, you have
look at
to.
Mishra,
You
look
have
at
to.
Brea.
You have to. You'd
Yeah.
have to.
But yeah, other than that, there's nothing supporting the tribe. Assassins.
Sounds like C tier. Oh, I was just talking about this. Okay. I'll let you guys go first.
I mean, they're not good.
So I actually really like Mari. If you haven't seen Mari before, whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, exile it with a hit counter. Assassins, mercenaries, and rogues you control have death touch, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you can remove a hit counter from a card in exile and draw a card and make 2 treasures.
Now, not to
That's
play
good
devil's
value.
it is good value. Not to play devil's advocate, but you did you kind of said Kalia doesn't count because of the 3 things.
But then you included it, so
Yeah,
it's on the
so-
table now.
so yeah,
That being said, if we want to go just assassins,
No, I think that's
Ramses.
the best commander for
Ramses.
assassins, and there's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, Ramses, you can include her in the deck. Like
right? It's true.
the only I'm so tempted to put this deck into has a commander, I guess, but like assassins do so much work.
They do, but I do at least like the
Virtus?
fact that one of those cards says "Other Assassins X," because that's kind of the thing that I was worried about is that it doesn't seem like it has a lot of cards that actually say like, "Oh,
Yeah, like
your assassins get
it
this
has
benefit."
2 commanders that care about the creature type. 2?
Mhm.
Mm.
I would be fine with C tier.
See, it's here. What do you think, Michael?
Stonkage.
What are you feeling?
I'm probably comfortable in the C tier.
I-
I was gonna go a little bit higher and give them the benefit of the doubt with B, just
Mhm.
because whenever I see assassins out, I'm usually pretty fucking scared.
Do you see an assassin deck frequently?
See,
No,
not
an
assassin.
deck, but just assassins in general.
Oh, as a card
Assassins
Right,
as
Oh,
a
but-
card type, I don't necessarily buy into that as much. Or rather, assassins as a
As a
card type are
tribal.
good
I-
targets. But as
yeah.
a tribe,
I think
are
it
a
falls
little
into
bit
the same bank as Artificers
I
for
agree.
sure.
Yep.
The things that assassins do are really good. They just don't care about other assassins.
yeah.
Yeah,
That
I
being
think it's
said,
just-
they do have one more commander that cares about them than Artificers does. So I'm
I'd buy
tempted to
into
say-
that. Yeah,
I'm
that's
tempted to
fine.
say
Above
above
Artificers.
Yeah. Time for the hot takes, boys. We're moving on to Atogs.
What the fuck is this?
Have you not
Hold on.
seen Atogs before,
You
bro?
don't know about
What the
Atogs?
So,
fuck is
for those that
this?
don't know, the Atog creature type, I spelled it incorrectly, with an
That's
S.
how you know it's bad.
The Atog creature type is a series of Atogs. They care about sacrificing something to buff themselves. It can be anything. And the commander for the group sacrifices other Atogs to make himself better.
Straight to the bottom. Has a commander, I guess.
No, we gotta read through some Atogs.
Whoa,
You have
whoa,
not
whoa.
seen Atogs.
Before that happens, I think we might need to create another tier that says that's just silly.
So let's read through some Atogs before you make a judgment, alright?
I've never
Alright?
played this game in my life.
So
yes.
Atog, Wooburg, 5/5. Sacrifice an Atog gets +X/+X, where X is the Atog's power.
Yeah.
Atogs as a creature type buff their own power. So if you're sacrificing a
great.
bunch of stuff to those Atogs and then sacrificing those Atogs to him, this guy can one-shot people easily.
Yeah, it can whack people with commander damage like
Yeah.
pretty easily, actually.
Yeah.
God.
So let's read through some of the Atogs though. Your Atog commander is only as good as your Atogs, right?
That's right.
we got 4 Atog. You can pay a green, sacrifice a force, it gets +2/+2 until end of turn. The shitty thing about Atogs is that all their effects are usually until end of turn.
God. The artwork is just absolutely sending me.
Oh yeah, dude. This is
That's
like
pretty
free
funny.
slivers, basically. How about Chronotalk? You could skip your next turn and it gets +3/+3 until end of turn.
Congratulations.
You can only do that once each turn though.
God.
Here's the fun thing though. You could do it on your turn. You could do it on the next
Solid
person's
A
turn.
for me.
It's not an A, dude.
It's not A. No.
But I will say, like, there are like Atogs that are generally good. Like, you could discard cards to get +1/+1 counters. You could sacrifice enchantments, artifacts. There's an Atog for basically everything. I think they're really versatile, but I think they're naturally distracted because each Atog cares about something different. Your deck is pulling in way too many directions.
Yeah, again, like as a tribe, they aren't tribing. They're individualizing.
Chronotog. They have a mana rock, guys.
Bro, there's an Atog mana rock.
Yeah, dude. It lets you skip your turn.
You guys notice how 2 of the top cards are
There's not a
shapeshifters?
talks.
That's not a good sign
No,
when you see that.
no.
Mm-hmm.
But that being said, they're not in the high synergy. There's plenty of high synergy Atogs.
I am going crazy for that artwork. Like holy shit!
Like,
It has like
this
some,
Oratog.
like the friendly nightmare fuel that's going on right now
you.
is incredible.
Gotcha.
I'm saying C tier above the other two.
I would definitely say it's C tier.
Really? Really?
I would say D tier, but like okay.
Well, like,
no way. D tier.
Okay, here,
Mhm.
let's make this real easy, right?
Mhm.
Is it better than Archers?
oh, yes, it's better.
Okay.
No, actually,
That's,
oh,
that's
shit.
why I said we
Oh,
need another
shit.
tier.
My entire world is crumbling right now.
David, we need another tier that just says this is silly shit. Like
Unplayable.
It has a commander. It has
Top of the
support,
don't
but I don't think it's better than Archers.
I think
It's not.
it is.
It's not.
I don't. I really love it. This is why
I'll concede that it's better than Apes.
it is better than Apes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Full stop. Full stop.
It's
Better
not
than Apes.
better than Archers. I'm
Playing
sorry.
99 land, or sorry, 100 lands is better than Apes.
Oh my god.
So,
Next up,
the art's so good, man.
avatars.
God, you know, again, we're running into the problem where I don't think avatars have avatar support.
They do not. But all avatars are absolute bombs. All of them.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Right. Now, who are the avatar commanders?
So here's
It's
where we run
more-
into some issues.
Yeah,
I
it's
actually
more
did not.
fun.
I did not want to show the avatar commander.
Someone
because
say
it is
they
more.
don't actually have
Yeah,
a commander.
they do not. The closest thing you can get is Corona, who is an avatar. This has been eroded to be an avatar, but she cares about any creature type. It's whenever she attacks, creatures of the chosen type get +3/+3, and then you have to hand her away to other people. There's no avatar commander, but all avatars are bombs. Let's scroll down for a second. Sauron, Niv-Mizzet, Balrog, fucking Primeval Spawn, is all the Dominus cycle or Divinity or whatever it's called. Dominus cycle. They're all fantastic. The avatars, the Primordials, Muldrotha's an avatar. Like,
So what you're saying is
disgusting.
there's no commander, but there's support.
There is crazy
No.
support. Or not support. it's
we
just
said
No,
power.
there's no support. They're
It's
just good
pure
avatars. Like,
Pure power, but
I-
no
well,
synergy.
Okay.
I think
Okay,
as a tribe, they're
so-
sitting in the same problem as artificers and assassin. Well,
But
mainly
they're way
artificers.
stronger. Right.
Why aren't you wearing underwear?
Me and some dudes at work are preparing, or like doing a for funsies swim race, and so like we've been going swimming twice a week. I was gonna say balls on leather. No, it's mesh. It's even worse.
I think that avatars should still be in C, if not high C.
I think it's B.
No.
I
think it's top of
here-
C.
There's no synergy, but holy shit, dude! Look at
They
these
fuck
things.
hard.
Look at these
But
things.
see, I think that's why you
They
don't
are
see it
very
put it-
expensive. They are
So
very
If
expensive.
they are B, they are the gatekeeper.
You know what?
Mm,
I'm
if-
coming
if I-
around to you guys' opinion, honestly, because they're all so expensive. You have to run ways to either cheat them out or just mega ramp. There's a lot of work to be
Mhm.
done to get any value out of them, and then you're doing what? You're casting one spell a turn.
But you're running
Right.
5 colors, right?
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Well, you're gonna be
Yeah.
running more of
If you're doing Avatar Tribal, you're doing more fun to get the discount for sure.
right,
Yeah,
you're
there you go.
almost exclusively running more.
Or you're doing Fist of Suns or Joda. Joda's probably a good pick.
Joda's good too.
Like
You can
cheating
do
stuff
that.
out. The Ur Dragon's an Avatar. Soul
true,
Ruin
he
Grace
is.
is an Avatar.
I'm agreeing with C.
I think it's
Yeah.
top of C for sure. Okay, I'll
Yeah,
give
I
you
think it's
guys
the
that.
Yeah,
gatekeeper.
definitely better than Assassins.
More hot takes times, boys. Bears.
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 As
looking
a
at
commander?
Bears.
Wilson?
Bears. There are
We have-
two. There's one commander that cares about bears, and it is Ayula.
Absolutely.
Ayula,
Lot
Queen
of
of the Bears, #1 bear. Gorklaw
Yeah,
is a
let's
fun
go.
bear.
It's Wilson. I love
Yeah.
Wilson.
Everyone
Wilson,
loves Wilson.
the refined grizzly. He doesn't.
He is refined.
He's a 2/2 for 2, a bear, true and true, much like
They're
Ayula.
all 2/2s.
Like honestly,
That's a pretty good commander, honestly. Like,
so Ayula's
You put 1/1s on everything when shit enters. I think it's
Yeah.
value.
and also so it doesn't read strong, but like being able to fight whenever a bear enters the battlefield, that's
That's
removal
really
on a
good.
commander, repetitive removal on your commander.
And it synergizes because
And if
there's-
all your bears are 2 mana and you're pumping them every time you cast them,
Yeah.
this thing snowballs.
and you get a draw
yeah.
engine. Yeah,
honestly,
this is a
and
B
not
tier.
For the meme,
This
yeah,
is a B for
B for
bears.
Yeah. Yeah.
This
absolutely.
is honestly, I don't even think
Not
it's a
even a
low B. I
question.
think this will end up being
I
a
think it's
higher
mid.
B.
I
think
think it's a
it's a- I think
solid
it'd be
like mid-tier B. Yeah.
I
Hold
think
on.
on.
no one's arguing. with
No
it.
one's arguing.
I need you to show this on stream and tell me that this does not make bears extremely strong.
Okay, 1 second.
Oh,
God
8
damn.
fucking bears.
This
Holy
is the
shit.
strongest bear card you will ever see. It
8
is
fucking bears.
8 well, this should really be a 16/16 then, you know? It's
Yeah.
beasts.
Sure.
Beasts
what
are
a
pretty
beast
strong
got.
overall, but
You can run. Well, okay. I think they will eventually see more play just because of Radagast. Now, however, Radagast is not very good, but there is support for it now.
there's also Thanos and Radagast like do care about beasts.
Beast and Bird specifically.
Yeah.
I guess questing beast is a fucking commander.
Miles or Marath is kind of cool. Miles kind of cool. They don't really care about beasts though.
Hey, why the fuck is Morphon like shown as Japanese?
Don't worry about it.
Dave.
Yeah.
I'm Bryce now.
Yeah? Oh yeah, you are.
So
I'm Michael.
time to get Michael canceled.
I have hair again.
Hey, what-
I always
Shame.
thought I was kind of fit into the Kyle name.
All right, boys. There we go. You're back to being yourselves. I don't know, man. A lot of beasts are strong. Like Thunderfoot Baloth is a staple in every green deck with has a commander they care about. Rampaging Baloth, that's more of a landfall. It's not really a beast thing. I don't know.
Yeah,
There's not a lot of synergy between them.
Beast generation though, and that does count to a degree.
There's
Beast generation is pretty cool.
God, Elder
Yeah,
Gargaroth.
and there's more of that now.
Hydroid Krasis is a beast.
Yeah, it is.
Well, it's also a jellyfish, so I don't know.
And guess what? That's the same color that Radagast runs, along with Taunos.
I think beasts kind of fall into that same like realm as like sea monsters, where like if you just play enough big things, you're probably gonna win. And there's like there's card draw that rewards you for like playing big beasts. There's a lot going on for it. I don't know.
I think you could almost make the argument it's better than archers.
Oh man, I definitely think it's better than archers.
Yeah.
I think it falls into the assassins artificers thing, but like I think it's like below.
Lower than those two.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
That's where I'm feeling.
I think that Radagast was a step in the right direction for Beast Tribal to actually be a thing. Again.
Yeah.
More
I
than
don't, it's
Taunos.
but why is it gotta be a like an avatar or whatever he is? Yeah, why is it gotta be an avatar for the commander? Like
because that's just lore wise. Because that's what he is.
yeah, I
Because
guess same for
because
Thanos. Thanos copies Beast. That's
Right, that's his thing. Yeah, but either way, you'd have in a beast deck, you'd have both of those. Cards in it.
yeah, you would.
Whichever way you run it. So.
God, Simic Beasts. I hate the idea. I much prefer like the idea of Naya Beasts.
Right.
Beast is much more
But
on
there's no
theme.
but there's no support.
But there's
for it.
no
Yeah,
commander for
fair.
it that you're gonna really. I mean,
I would run mono green Beasts with questing Beasts. I would do that.
Hell, fucking yeah.
All right. Okay. Back to the conversation. We've decided Beasts go there. Berserkers.
Oh,
All right, Berserkers. Let's talk. Let's have a conversation. What do we got?
We have
Cotter
two
was-
commanders that happen to be Berserkers, but do not care about Berserkers.
Right.
That being Garna and Carter. Carter's kind of cool because like it rewards you for attacking, and a lot of Berserkers like want to attack. Like,
Crazy.
yeah. Garna like draws you a card, I guess. I don't know. There's also Arnie, which is kind of interesting. I don't know. There's just no support, man.
No,
Like,
there's not.
Ankle
There's a lot of
Shaker's
cool
cool,
Berserkers.
but Bloody Masker's cool because it makes demon Berserkers. I don't know. There's just not. There's nothing.
don't most of them just trigger off attack?
Yeah,
Yeah, or dying.
But, like,
Skempar,
there are
Avenger.
not that many.
I'm thinking right now, just like gut reaction, around the same tier as archers.
I think they might be better. Nah, maybe not. I don't know. I just think there's a lot of good Berserkers, just especially in Rakdos Berserkers. There's just a lot of good ones.
Berserkers better than archers. I will say that.
I think creature-wise they are.
Better
Commander-wise,
than beasts.
They don't even have a commander though.
right. That's what I'm saying. Commander-wise they don't. Is what
Better
I'm
than
saying.
beasts?
I would disagree with that.
I don't think they're better than beasts. I think they're behind.
No?
it. No,
Beasts have a lot more versatility, I think.
I agree.
You're also locked into Rakdos with Berserkers.
Right, which we have discussed is not necessarily the best of tribes.
Um,
It's one of the funnest tribes. I'm sure this deck would be fun.
Berserkers themselves.
Again, Berserkers mid.
Meh.
Behind beasts.
Okay, I'm gonna need
Birds.
you guys to do some research with me. I've done a light amount of research on this topic, but we're here to deal with bird tribal.
Burps.
There are bird commanders. Don't you worry. We saw one of them
Yeah.
earlier. Two of them with Thanos and
Yeah.
the Radagast. But birds actually have other commanders as well.
But
think-
how much
So
synergy actually
that's the
comes
thing,
from
right?
Oh, there's a lot of
The-
synergy with birds actually.
I think the problem is Derevi doesn't care about birds, right?
No, the bird commander you care about is Kangi.
Right.
Falco also doesn't care about birds.
Nah, you want Kangi. Even though
Which
the
one?
more bird decks appear under
Which
Derevi.
one?
One? The newer one, I think. The one without kicker.
You don't like feather counters?
I mean, honestly, the feather counters aren't terrible. It's an anthem in the command zone that's not terrible, but it's 4 mana already, and then the kicker is 2, so it's 6 plus
yeah,
X.
6 cost.
So 7 mana to get +1/+1 to all your birds the first time you
Yeah,
cast
that's
first
Sounds
time
like
you cast
sounds unviable if you ask me.
it. But Kangi over here, 5 mana, 3/3 flying vigilance. Whenever Kangi attacks, attacking creatures with flying get +2/+2 on a turn. Whenever he blocks flying creatures that are blocking it +0/+2. that's a much more solid anthem.
That is yes, it's true.
Hey, can we look at Falco Spara real fast? I just want to see what he's dealing with.
Nothing.
He's counters.
He cares about shield counters.
Okay, gotcha.
He's not a bird boy.
Here's Soraya, the Falconer. All Falcons get +1/+1. I don't think Falcon's a creature type, is it? Hold on, has that been eroded? Soraya? Birds get +1/+1. Okay, it has been eroded to say birds.
Yikes. No, I don't run bird tribal. I run falcon tribal.
Falcon tribal. It's got the little like helmet. Oh my god. Okay. But yeah, there's other stuff like Gwahir over here. Other birds get vigilance. This spell costs 2 less as long as you draw 2 or more cards. Whatever. You could I guess get that.
It's fine.
It's fine.
See, I would like to run Thanos as the commander, but actually, I think you're limiting yourself by having green.
Yeah, taking white out takes out a
Absolutely.
lot of birds for sure. Oh, Vega's so cool, but it's not a bird commander. Oh, Iniez is cool, but it also doesn't care about birds. It just cares about flying creatures. Ah, man. I don't know.
I mean, but we're
Do
not
all
playing
birds fly.
All birds do fly.
You know what's
There
the
you
really
go.
shitty thing on here though?
Not all
You're
birds
missing
fly,
out on
actually.
the best bird card of Magic the Gathering.
Fun.
Birds of Paradise. More fun, yeah.
More fun makes Birds of Paradise free. Think about that.
Yeah, it's true. That is true.
But yeah, there's I don't know. There's plenty of bird support. There's a bunch of
I think
flying
it's a-
support.
I think
Period.
it's a C tier. Yeah, dude. You ever play like standard Magic and someone's playing some like
Think about
blue,
stuff
white,
like Biden
aggro
Thassa.
birds.
Whenever you deal damage, you draw a card.
Yeah.
Suddenly all your flyers are drawing new cards, even though they're dealing
They're
their own
also
damage.
pretty cheap. Run a Fara in there, get some card draw.
There's a bunch
going,
of spells
too.
that make flying
Lot of
stuff cost 1
flyers.
less. Look at these.
Yeah.
Like
Honestly, I could be convinced to put birds and beats here.
look at this. Tap 2 untapped birds. Use Cyclonic Rift a single target back to their hand. And it hits lands. This hits lands. Tap 2 birds,
bad.
return a land to somebody's hand. That's disgusting.
The enchantment above that's also really good.
This one, whenever a bird is put in the graveyard from play, put a feather counter on it. All good. Oh, so this is just a better Kangi.
Yeah.
This is just a
Right,
better
exactly.
Kangi.
It's exactly what it is. And it's less mana.
There's a good amount of
like this
support.
a lot, actually. I'm staying beats here.
We might have to revisit this
Can I
because
see the tier? Can I see what we have right
I
now?
kind of want to put this. I kind of want to put this in A.
I
I
do
think
also kind of want to put it in A.
I'm a B tier guy here.
Yeah.
Personally.
B for
I think
birds?
Bears, I think B for birds and bears are better than them, is my opinion.
Birds are better than bears. They have flying. Flying's
You know
broken.
what? How about this? Let's put it in A tier for now, bottom of A tier. And if
But we have
keep
A for
putting shit
angels
ahead
and allies. We have B for bears. Like
I think you throw in the top of B then, if you guys are thinking
I'm
that.
fine with saying birds are B tier, but they're definitely better than bears.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah,
I just think the bear commander.
I
is
will
better,
say,
is all it
yeah,
is.
like a lot of we can also like think about resiliency. Like angels and allies, if you board wipe against them, they could rebuild, no problem. If you board wipe
Oh.
against birds or bears, they're not rebuilding. Like,
No, it's totally yeah. There's a lot more support for angels and allies than there
Yeah.
are birds or bears.
yeah.
I mean, there is a distinct difference between those.
I will tell you
four
something that
styles.
there's not a lot of support for. Boars.
Oh,
Fuck. What's your board
yes.
commander? The god?
There are no boar commanders that care about boars. Fun fact.
Yeah.
So I found that this was listed as a boar commander. It says 20 decks, but when I researched this, it had. Why did I include boars? Why did I include boars?
I don't know.
Remove them.
You know what? You're right. Boars. We're getting rid of it. 1 second. I'm going in to edit the tier list. Oh shit! If I lose this, fuck it. We're leaving it there
No,
for
no, no.
now. Okay. I can edit this tier list later. But I thought that it had 100 decks. I don't know why it's showing up here. I don't know, man. Boars
109.
has 109 decks. They're just not all. They just don't have a commander. So I guess it
So
technically
they are
belongs here.
lower.
It technically belongs here.
Yeah,
It's just
they
that
don't have
there's
a
20 decks with this as the commander. I would say boars aren't terrible. Like, look at these things.
Nah, bro. Boards fuck hard.
Arc-
While ramp probably pretty quick.
Yasharn is sick.
Boars do have a lot of utility, I think.
Yeah, but they have
Again,
nothing
but
tying
where-
them together. It feels like
Exactly.
beasts. It feels like beasts.
I feel like Beast is like 3 times better than Boars.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe more.
I'm honestly fine with it staying where it's at. I don't have like any.
It doesn't even have a
strong
commander.
feeling.
It doesn't even have a
It doesn't
commander.
even have a commander.
I think that's the only argument I can make about it and feel good.
Um,
B for Boars?
I don't know. I think maybe we just leave it as
Why?
why.
Yeah, why is fine.
Why? Why? Like, look at this commander. We look at this commander and we think to ourselves, I'm going to make a boar deck. Each creature you control with a mana ability gets +2/+2. That's not a boar deck. Whenever a creature you control with a mana ability untaps or attacks, untap it. That's not a boar deck. When you cast a spell that's at least 7 mana spent to cast it, all boars are like 4 mana or less. That's not true. There's end raised forerunners in archetype, but still.
Like, nothing is that high as
No, not in a board deck.
Yeah.
Cares. Just boards are like cheap, like 3/2s and shit.
Yeah.
I wouldn't feel good about putting it anywhere else.
Yeah. Fair.
Cats.
Cats
Cats
have
A
support.
tier.
Cats have support.
It's
Cats have
low
a
A,
commander.
I think.
It's A.
I think it's low A.
Cats
I
got a
played
lot
against
going for
somebody
them.
with a cat deck. Fuck that shit. I'm done.
These are
Hunters,
all
wasn't
pretty
it?
strong.
Yes, I hated it.
All the
I
cats,
Arabo.
like these a
Good,
lot.
good.
Like,
Fuck him.
all the cats I see on screen are pretty strong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are.
Nethroy is disgusting.
oh,
That's a
Obviously, you're probably running Ren and Sari if you're.
You could be
honestly,
running a
shout out to
Rabo.
Jenny Faye.
It's got
I like
eminence.
Jenny Faye quite a bit.
Wait, there's one with an eminence ability.
Yeah,
So does it-
Arabo.
yeah. So anything, okay. Here's my opinion. Anything with eminence in their ability is at least an A tier try because that commander is typically.
Ur Dragon is an avatar, and look
The
where
thing
we
about
put it.
Arabo's eminence is
At
that it's an until end of.
That's not a commander, Kyle. That's not a commander.
Arabo's thing is that it's an until end of turn effect. Whereas, like with Rin and Sari, every time you cast a cat, you get a dog. Like that's just populating out the field. Would I rather get a 1/1 dog, or would I rather get +3/+3 on a cat until end of turn?
Depends on how you build the deck, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I also like Miri. I think that Miri is a good like Selesnya control.
I don't think she's a cat commander. She's an equipment commander. She's
I
not
agree
a
with
cat commander.
Dave.
How do you feel about Jenny Faye? I like Jenny Faye.
fine.
I guess there are a lot of things that make cat tokens. I'll give you that. There's a lot of things that make cat tokens.
There is.
For
Including
instance,
her.
Kenba, right up here. Oh, man.
You don't need.
I think it
cat
has an
tokens. She
eminence.
just makes cat tokens on
Low
her
A.
own.
Like,
What about Wasatora?
Wasatora? Like the dragon?
The
Yeah.
dragon cat.
The cat dragon.
Cat dragon.
I
I
don't
do
even
like cat
remember
dragon,
what it
but like
does.
losing white, whenever you hit a player, that player sacks a creature, and if they can't,
Yeah,
you make
yeah,
a
yeah.
3/3 cat. You lose white, and that's like a big thing right now, you know?
Yeah. Honestly, I am fine with A tier here.
Yeah.
I feel like A for cats.
A for
I think
cats.
A. Why is Dritz the fucking
Because there's a
cat?
cat. He makes a cat.
Mm-hmm.
He makes a
What the
4/1
fuck?
cat with
Yep.
trample when he enters
Sure
the
does.
battlefield. Cats, A tier.
Old Drizzt Durden.
Are cats better than allies?
Yes.
Probably.
I think there's a lot more versatility that goes alongside cats.
I agree.
As far as like deck versatility
I don't
goes.
know,
There's
man.
like 4 commanders you can
Allies,
realistically run.
allies
I think
have
they're
literally every single effect printed onto a creature.
I think cats are more focused.
They are more focused, and they're like, yeah, they have less colors, so you have to worry about that less. You're making a good, yeah. Okay,
I think it's just
Okay.
a bit more focused,
Okay.
and there's
Angels
more
are stronger, though.
angels are stronger than
Yep.
cats.
Angels are way stronger. I think we might find out very quickly that angels might be bottom of S eventually.
Probably.
We might learn that.
We'll see what we
Probably.
got going on.
Something else that starts with a C. How do you guys know what cephalids are?
What?
Squids?
No, not squids. Cephalids.
not squids.
Squids is a different creature type. Cephalids have exactly one commander. You tap the
Is it
cephalid you
Warform?
control to tap any target permanent.
Oh, this one. And tap all creatures without flying.
Without flying. Cephalids, there was a lot of them printing back in the day. Squidward? Yeah, pretty much. It's kind of weird that they reprinted cephalids in New Capenna. Like that happened. But they don't interact with each other really. Cephalids, what do? They loot, they draw, they're unblockable, they're unblockable and they loot. I don't. Ooh, this Cephalid Empress is good, but I don't think she's a Cephalid commander though. When she comes into play, you return all blue creatures your opponents control to their owner's hands, and your opponents can't play blue spells.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny.
Cephalids don't do much. There's very few of them. They're not very strong because of the time they were printed at. Odyssey, is that Portal 3 Kingdoms? That might be Portal. Onslaught, stuff like that, or that's Scourge. But
Are we putting this in as a commander, I guess?
they're overcosted. They don't do
Yes,
much.
Kyle, absolutely.
I think we should. Are they better than Atogs?
Yeah.
I'd say
Atogs are so unfocused.
Yeah, they're really.
But Atogs have more Atogs by number.
Right, you can act. I feel like it actually can fill out 100 cards. with
Yeah,
them.
Cephalids. How many Cephalids are in Magic? Let me
like
Google.
5.
Let's see. We have 17. No,
And-
let's be fair. Let's be fair. Let's do the same search with the Atogs.
I think there's about 40 Atogs, if I were to guess.
13.
13.
Never
13?
mind.
I thought there was more than that. Oh my god. No, there's way more than this, right?
There has to be. There's no way there isn't. And how can it be?
This is any card that has the word Atog in its name. Let's take that
Not
out.
looking good for the Atog boys.
No, it's not. Listen, I love Atogs, but also I'm willing to accept that they're not great.
They're pretty bad.
They're pretty bad.
Tog.
We're searching. How did we lose one? We have 12 now. Oh my god.
I think it's because you're putting.
I think you should. I think you should lose it.
Just put it aside.
Cephalids have more.
Okay.
Oh, okay. We have a good one coming up.
All right. Clerics.
A tier.
Clerics.
Clerics.
So you've got Athreos as the whole, like, as
That's
one of
not
the
a
big
clerik
boys.
deck. That's not a cleric deck.
It's
Run like
Shadowborn
Aura.
Apostle deck.
That's not a cleric deck. I will
Aura,
fight
though.
that. I will fight that.
Aura is.
Aura.
Aura.
Whenever Aura, Skyclave, Hierophant, or another cleric you control dies, return a cleric with lesser CMC to the battlefield. So it's like a scrap trawler, but for clerics. It's kinda,
Yeah, man, it's cool.
pretty
It's
cool.
cool.
Here's like my kind of
Orzhov,
like.
that's hot.
Here's like my like worry with that. How many clerics are over 4 mana?
I don't know, but
Like clerics in general are like 1, 2, 3. I guess Ravos is 5. That's 1. Okay. Timna and Ravos being clerics
so
is
is
honestly
lesser.
huge for the tribe.
and I think you just run this kind of as aristocraty,
Yeah.
which is always really pretty good.
Yeah.
Just cares about dying and
Yeah. There are
Yeah.
some strong clerics like Karlov is
Oh, there's-
disgusting.
yeah,
Karlov's
man.
I don't know, man.
I think this is almost. I think this is an A tier.
I don't know if it's A tier, man. Like
Oh, click on the top commander. Do what we've been doing,
Okay,
like birds and
okay.
things like that. When we need to know, right?
what, him?
And then
What about him?
yeah, click on him and then just look at the deck, right?
He does have
What
2,000.
people run.
I mean, we weren't looking, but Shadowrite Priest, other clerics get. So it's got anthems. Edgewalker gives Edgewalker gives it a huge buff, honestly. Making all your clerics
I'm
cost
thinking-
Orzhov less. That's
pretty hot.
that's gross.
Yeah.
I'm kind of thinking peak B.
I think it's A. I think the fact that it's an Orzhov is like the perfect color for it too.
What do they do though? They resurrect,
They
they gain
literally-
life, they gain life mostly.
Gain life, you sack them, run aristocrat bullshit with
Priest
them.
of Forgotten
move
Yeah.
guys
Gods,
outfield.
gross.
They're great.
Mhm. Honestly, aristocrats and life gain, yeah, it's pretty solid.
Yeah,
They have
it's not
life
terrible.
gain and they have black, which means they can
And
run
stuff-
the
and they can suck you out.
explicit
too.
blood
God, the
and
Dranas are all clerics, aren't they?
sanguine bond
Sanguine.
combo.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
and
It
you're
does have
running
all the
bullshit.
reanimate spells, all that.
You're
good
running
stuff.
all that bullshit. It's very aristocratic, which I think with clerics actually works really
I think
good,
it's the
specifically with
same.
that commander.
Oh, death triggers should go twice. That makes sense.
Yeah, you're triggering your
Yeah.
I think it's actually. I think this is like surprisingly good.
I definitely can see this being like a.
Like this deck.
If
Fucks.
this sits down at the table, I'm not worried about it, but I'm probably gonna lose to it.
Yeah, right. It's like one of those things.
And that's
I-
why I think like peak B.
I think it's like low A.
I mean,
as
if
well,
allies are
but
up there, I think.
I think clerics are almost a better. The commander's certainly better, I think, than the cleric or than the ally.
Yeah, but
one.
like I said, there's not a good chain, like a good pod chain for going down the list of clerics, you know,
Mhm.
because like all these clerics, like there's a 4-mana one, like it curves out at 4.
Well,
I
which
do
is
like
fine with the
Aelith of
commander.
And,
4.
and like getting back something that's like
Well,
1 or 2 mana, like is that really that impactful? I don't know,
Well,
man.
but in aristocrat style deck, it is.
yeah,
Yes,
that's true.
absolutely
You're
it
getting
is.
free stack value. That's true.
Absolutely, it is.
That's
and then you're
true.
running like Ellis Ill, and you're I think this is an A
That's
tier.
true. That's
I think this
true.
is an A tier. It cares a lot about doing its specific deck theme.
Michael.
which
How do you
is-
feel?
I really like clerics, to be honest.
Yeah.
me too.
I'll-
You know what? I'm convinced.
Listen, I'm a
I'd say
suture
above
priest
allies.
enjoyer. much like
honestly,
anyone else.
honestly, if it were me making the tier list
Yeah.
on my own,
Mhm.
I'd have it above allies.
I agree.
I can see an
I'm
argument.
good with that.
I could definitely see an argument. Let me go read
I
some
don't think
allies
it's
first,
B.
and then I'll make up my mind.
Yeah, I don't think it's B. I think B is too low for this.
I think A is correct.
You have convinced me. It is. I would agree that it is not.
I'm gonna
B.
read some allies, and then I'm
Thanks,
gonna
Kyle.
decide. Let's see. Let me read some of the top allies. CK Lormet, 5 mana card, draw a card for each ally you control. Yeah.
Looking at the card art, this just really illustrates that we have not received a lot of ally support
Allies in a
quite
while.
some time.
Like good.
It seems like
allies.
we're always getting like Orzhov Clerics, man. It's always happening. Dominator United had
like
a
all
bunch of them.
these sets are from Zendikar 1 and 2. I don't see which
Right.
3 was party, so understandable. It did give us the new Tazri, which does care about allies and draws cards,
true.
but
That's true. I think it's a bit better than Allies.
yeah, I think allies in general are a little overcosted. Not overcosted.
Probably.
But I
Well,
think
we
they're
just haven't gotten
overcosted
to
because they all
printing.
trigger each other. That's the thing.
Well, yeah, there's that, and I think that they haven't gotten printed in a while too. There's
Yeah.
power creep in the game.
Yeah,
No
there's
one's
not
gonna
like
deny
a
that.
ladder. They're all pretty like same mana curvy.
Yeah, but like I
Abs-
think it's fine that they're slightly overcosted because one ally
So
entering the
work with
battlefield
each other.
triggers every single other
'Cause they
ally.
all of them.
So I don't know, man. It's hard to think about. The fact they're 5 color, it's a boon and a burden, both of it.
Right. It's cool, but it's not right.
Clerics having the aristocrat strategy is really nice. I think that
removal.
clerics have a bit of an edge because cleric having life drain is like a solid plan that most clerics can build around. Most allies
Yep.
don't have a solid win con. There's like a couple allies that deal damage based on how many allies you have, but it's only a couple.
It's not consistent.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not as
Right.
consistent.
I feel like you can consistently win with this deck without needing a whole lot of setup.
Yeah.
That's what I.
Yeah.
That's what.
And
I would.
honestly, at a pod, like Dave said, this is gonna fly under the radar.
Allies is
Yeah,
probably
man.
not going to fly under the radar.
No. Everyone knows what you're doing too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I was like, you already have 4 allies out. I don't know about this.
All right, boys.
You know what I mean?
Next,
Actually, it's convincing me. I might want to cook up one of those decks.
next on the docket. This is not me placing it in S tier, just so that people can see it on the screen. Constructs.
Construct.
Oh, constructs. Okay.
Constructs.
No, that's a thought.
I think they have a commander.
Yeah, the commander is Urza.
So, Dave, I want to present to you a commander choice that I recently built that I think actually works fantastically
God.
as a construct commander.
No, shut the fuck up, dude. Shut the fuck up.
No,
I want to hear it.
No,
Wait, what was
Graz,
it, Cal?
the
Raz
Unstoppable
is
Juggernaut.
not. Oh
No.
my-
No, I know he does
Nothing
not
is-
say.
What is
It's
Graz?
just juggernauts.
It's not even just juggernauts. It's anything.
Dave,
No,
pull it
it's
up.
literally
Hold on.
everything becomes
Let
a
me see it.
Hold
juggernaut.
the fuck on.
Let me see
Can
it.
we
Pull
pull
it
up
up.
the commander?
I'm pulling it up.
Pull it
So
up.
I'll give you
So
my
let me-
spiel
let me,
for
like-
what I made a meme about how much I hate this deck.
I'll present you my thoughts.
Not because it's
David-
strong, but because I hate the card
ahead, Kyle.
design.
Go ahead, Kyle. I
So-
want to hear it. I wanna hear
So
what you're saying.
yes, Dave, you are correct. This does not care about juggernauts,
No.
even though it says juggernauts.
It does not care about
But-
juggernauts.
I think that since this is a colorless deck, it invites you to put as many constructs and or mirrors into this deck as you like. And so where tribal support cards like Vanquisher's Banner and things of that nature don't necessarily get as much value for for naming juggernauts, could provide a lot more value for something such as constructs, which artifact creatures have a lot of constructs, and then you're buffing your constructs presumably because 5/3 is a decent power toughness. So I think this actually serves as a really good workaround that people aren't really seeing.
So Kyle, I'm gonna disagree, and I'm gonna disagree hard. And so that is a valid argument for many creature types that are colorless. That you are buffing a power. It is effectively an anthem, but the thing about Graz is that he really wants you to go wide, and then he naturally makes them taller, right?
Yeah.
Constructs are generally mana intensive. Here, let's go to the construct library. I'm honestly, Traxos is my favorite as far as constructs go, just because you can keep on
Traxos
tapping
is
and him.
pretty
He's a 7/7 with trample. Like, why the fuck wouldn't you run him? Like, but like constructs. Okay, so these constructs are actually pretty low. I'll give you that. Absolutely, there is some good support for them. Maybe I'm having my mind
Chief
changed
of the
here.
Foundry is really good.
I think that the token generation is just way better for mirrors, but
Yeah.
or Thopters. But
You know,
Right,
Kyle,
over constructs.
You know what? I'm gonna run this back.
Yeah.
You want to talk about a construct commander that's really good?
What?
Animar. Run Teamer. You get colored spells now.
honestly,
Rakdos. Right?
honestly,
Same thing.
Michael, that is the
Rakdos.
most Chad way to run Animar.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Wait a minute. Rakdos
It's a
Lord of the
champion,
Riot.
That's your one card combo with Animar. Your
Well,
fucking
No.
Astral statue.
That's just an artifact. That's not a creature, man. Like, it's not a
Hear me out,
construct.
boys.
If you're just
Listen,
doing
man,
creatures,
I run Animar, and Animar is great for colorless creatures. So if you're running constructs and you've got Teamer, I mean, look,
yeah.
the 3 colored constructs right there are blue and red.
All of a sudden, you have a Warstorm Surge in the command zone, basically, or not a Warstorm Surge,
I think
rooftop storm. That's what I meant.
You know what's funny though? Dave and I think Dave understood this when we were going through this as
Yeah.
well. There was a lot of commanders in here that just said Animar or Morphin, right?
Mhm, yeah. Or
What
just
I
said
think is very
more fun.
interesting. Yeah, Morphon. No, I said
Yeah.
Morphin. Yeah, right. That too. But there was some Animars. I think what's very interesting is there's not a single Animar on this, and there's not that fucking Juggernaut commander on here either.
I think that
and the
it's
lowest
just
is
that-
28
I
decks.
think it's just that Animar is a sleeper for this tribe.
Yeah.
Because most people that are running colorless cards in Animar, they're trying to combo. They're not trying to win through combat.
They're not trying to win through. Well, they're not trying to
Well,
win
my
through
bad. They're not trying to win
constructs.
through combat with
Constructs.
constructs. They're trying to win through combat with
They're trying
Animar,
Yeah.
which
and
would likely
Well,
end up
that's-
happening in the
That
same
could
way.
be also different because I run a Golem Foundry, and when you get Golem Foundry and
You go infinite.
Ancestral Statue out,
Yeah,
and you
Ancestral
bounce them
Statue,
3 million
yeah.
times and remove 3 million charge counters from Golem Foundry, you get 1 million Golems that are 3/3s.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if this
fun.
is helping my rating of constructs. I'll be honest.
Yeah, like,
'Cause
I don't know. Let me read.
I
through
mean,
some
I don't think
I will
constructs
say
are
that,
that
like,
good.
As a tribe, like I will say, constructs hardly ever say anything like constructs you get like have X thing. That doesn't really happen.
If they buff anything, it's just other artifact creatures,
Yeah.
which they don't have to be constructs.
Yeah,
So I think
yeah.
they're good artifact tribal.
yeah.
They're not
think
good
we-
construct
I think
specifically.
we're going back down to C tier then.
That it's like it's the artificer situation.
Yeah,
it's exactly what this is.
And
and I would.
I think they're exactly the same.
I think it's
I
hard to
would
place one
put
above
them
the other.
below artificers just because like other values from like having colors and things like that. You know.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
But you could
I
run
would-
a colored deck, as we pointed out with the
I tend
Animar
to agree
situation.
with Kyle on that.
And like, if you ran an Animar deck, you get access to Izzet, and Izzet has a lot of stuff that cares about artifacts.
A lot.
I mean, Teamer is just good.
My big thing is that artificers
Agreed.
beget constructs.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I think it's got to
okay.
sit in C tier.
Yeah,
don't
I
really
think
care
this is
where
sitting
we
here.
put it.
C for construct. Okay, fair enough. Next up on the list,
See,
boys, another C card. Crabs.
Crabs.
Why?
Why is Phoenix there?
Because crabs, all of the crabs, and there's a lot of crabs.
Right.
Why is Chulade have 75 crab decks? Crabs. Let's look at some crabs. How do you feel about Shark to Crab? The best crabs, Ruin Crab, all
Yep.
the crabs, Horseshoe Crab,
Card.
Hedron Crab, crabs.
Eldrazi crab?
They're
Giant crab.
giant crab.
That's a crab.
That is
It is
a
a crab.
fish crab. There's crabs. A snow crab. Oh, energy crab. Pretty solid crab.
Me too.
Pretty great crab.
Crabs?
That's 4 crabs. That's not a crab.
Do we even need to look up and say dragons is anything other than S
I think we
tier?
should talk about it because I think it'll matter where we place the top.
It
top
will.
list.
Yeah. So let's.
So,
There's some gnarly fucking dragons out there.
Dude,
Um,
you
let's
can
put
run
it in.
dragons in any fucking color.
I don't think there's any discussion to be had here, honestly. Until we
Well,
run into another tribe that like can contest it, it's not worth talking about.
Look at that. Miram, Dragon, Tiamat. Out of curiosity, find Kalagan the Storm's Fury. I want to see where it ranks.
I don't even remember what Kolagon is.
Rakdos.
Kalagan the
yeah.
Storm's
It's the
Fury is a
yeah,
dash.
the one that
Yeah,
got turned into a
it's-
Phyrexian. I forgot.
Wait, Kalagan got turned to a Phyrexian?
Dude, have you not seen Invasion of Tarkir?
No.
The art on this card? It's Kolagon, the Phyrexian dragon, attacking people.
Oh shit.
Like,
Oh god
let me pull
damn.
this shit up. Look at that.
Hot.
That's
That is
Phyrexian
hot.
Kolagon
Yeah.
That is hot.
facing off against
See?
Ojutai and Atarka. Like,
Michael's about to abandon his playmat. He's gonna get a new one now.
Oh, that's my new playmat.
Guys.
So yeah, no conversation there on dragons. S
we
tier.
have somebody to
Yep.
contest and form some discussion for angels
Let's get it.
and dragons. I don't know where they go between these two, but demons is next on our list.
S tier below dragons.
Oh,
I need to be
well, okay.
I need to hear your arguments on why S tier. Listen, I know it has a decent amount of support, and I'm willing to go A tier right now, but I need to hear why S
I
tier.
don't know how
think
much
it's like-
support it has.
For no other reason than Bellicor exists.
I don't know how much support it has, honestly.
So here's the
It
thing.
doesn't- Okay,
Most
I
of the
was-
time-
Okay, listen. Demons are really good, but they
voice.
don't have a lot of demon support.
It
Go ahead.
Right.
kind of feels like
The
angels, honestly.
The support is always demon, devil, imp. That's your support.
Nah,
right?
Bellacore only cares about demons.
No, but you get like Rakdos the Showstopper. That's like
Yeah.
big with that. I don't know.
Yeah. Demon,
You
devil,
usually
imps,
see
and
those
tieflings.
together.
Tieflings
You usually
got
throw them
thrown
all
on.
together.
What's up, Talia?
I'm
Tieflings
also
too.
thinking like below angels. Like
I don't know,
not above-
man.
not
The-
above-
Being in
not below
Grixis
cats.
gives them so much, or not even in Grixis, even just being Rakdos.
I like both of these tribes a lot.
Do we want to move
That's a
angels up
lot
to
of-
S?
I just think they're better than angels,
Do we-
though.
do we wanna move angels
by
to S?
themselves?
I don't know.
I think
I don't
demons
know.
are better than angels, and if we move
I
angels to
don't
S tier, that
know.
means demons is S tier.
Yeah.
I don't. I just don't know that I buy that demons are better than angels.
Don't like the.
I think at the they're like the same thing.
It's the
in
angel
that
problem
they're-
all over again. It's
it's
just
the-
different colors.
Right. Demons, I will say, synergize better than angels do because a lot of your good angels are like in Mardu angels, which that's the thing with demons. They're almost always Rakdos.
Yeah.
They're almost always in that color scheme where like the best angel commander is mono white.
Blood for the blood god.
Just go for the skull throne.
There's obviously really good demons. There's Razaketh, Lord of the Void,
Yeah.
fucking Rakdos. All those.
I do think that demons provide like an overall general value for other decks, but again, we're talking about a tribe as a whole here. I'm pairing this right next to angels.
I think they are. Oh God,
I think
Carter
they're
is a demon.
interchangeable, honestly.
They
'Cause,
just
like,
do some. They
you're
just do
saying
two
that a lot
different
of-
things, man. It's just.
Master of Cruelties is a great demon.
You're saying a lot of like, hey, these are great demons, but I don't see a lot of like tribal support.
Yeah.
We
I
don't
don't
see that in
like
angels
demons.
either.
Yeah. We don't
You see,
that in
these are
angels
great.
either.
These are a
The
bunch of
best-
great angels.
Right, and that's I think why like Kali is good is because it puts those two tribes together with dragons, which is clearly
Okay,
S tier.
guys. The more we talk about this, the more I'm being talked into thinking demons is A tier.
Yeah, absolutely, it's A tier. It's
Yeah.
not S.
I'm fine with that. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say that demons is a bad tribe, but I just don't think it quite cuts S tier.
Better than cats.
It's better than
For
cats.
sure, for sure.
I think it's.
Oh.
I think you can interchange.
They're
them with demons.
interchangeable with
They're real
angels.
good.
They're
Wherever
the
you put
same
that on
thing.
line.
I
They're
think
the
demons.
same thing, but one's from hell, one's from heaven. There you go.
It's so
I think
wild
it's a-
because white has like so much protection to, like, protect your high cost stuff,
Right.
but having black gives you recursion for all your high cost stuff. It
Yeah,
feels
for
so
high cost
like right
shit.
next to each other. It's so
They are
wild.
so, which is really funny because it's angels and demons.
Yeah.
They are next
That's
to each
very
other,
that's
yeah.
very
It's-
flavorfully
it's
appropriate.
Boros and Rakdos.
It's so wild.
Well,
It's not
angels don't really run Boros. It's either mono white angels or it's Mardu angels. and
Yeah.
There's really no in between.
true.
Okay.
I love both of those tribes, man. I don't know
Yeah,
which is
I
better.
think we just leave them here.
Okay, I'm down for that.
No.
If you
And
swapped them, I wouldn't.
if for
be
nothing
hurt.
else, that because Avacyn exists.
Oh God, that card is busted, dude.
like
That
you
card
see,
is so gross.
what's the worst demons have to offer? Like Avacyn's the worst
Raz-
angels have to offer. What's the worst demons? have to offer?
Razaketh is really good.
I mean, he tutors, I guess, but what are you gonna do in a demon tribal? Sacrifice other demons?
You're gonna tutor for Avacyn. That's what you're gonna.
Oh yeah, that's what you're doing. Yeah.
That's what
So you
you're
can
gonna
put it out
do
with
that.
Talia. What are you
That's
talking
what
about?
I do with them.
Oh,
You know what
boy.
I'm actually. I think about this. There might be more support for demons in terms of synergy than there are with angels.
I don't think demons care
There's
about each
more-
other,
I
and
think there's
angels
more
don't care about each other
commanders.
either.
Nah,
It's
bro, you get Bellacore and then the Rakdos Showstopper. That's like
two.
And I'm sure you're going to find roughly an
Ra-
equivalent number for angels.
Yeah, like there's
Yeah, that's
Giada,
probably about
and
right.
then
I think. Well, yeah, right. And yeah, well,
Oh,
and there's
wait,
Kalia, but there's Kalia from both.
the girl
right?
from Dominaria that cares about angels, the 5-drop.
Oh,
Lyra.
Lyra.
Other angels
Lyra
get
Gunblade.
+1/+1 lifelink.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh,
it's,
Lisa's in here too.
yeah.
Dude, I swear to God, you start
Angel
running
spells
Mardu
cost 2
angels,
less off Starnheim.
Look at like Aurelia and Giselia.
Oh, man.
Those two are fucking cracked.
Yeah. So Atrax
I
is an
forget
angel.
that-
Atrax
I
is an
forgot
angel.
about that shit.
Atrax
Oh
is an
well,
angel.
then
This is
Angels
an
are
angel?
S tier then. Dude, the upper end of Angels beat the fuck out of demons on upper end.
I mean,
think.
the upper end
God,
of
they're
demons is pretty
good.
strong also. but-
Aurelia
Yeah.
attacks for the first time
Okay.
each turn, untap all creatures.
Alright.
There's an additional combat.
All
And then
right.
there's one card that doubles damage. And
Shalai
halves
literally
damage.
gives them all hexproof. It's like-
I think angels are better.
I think angels might be better now that I'm reading this. God, Aurelia and
Just
Gisela.
barely.
Aurelia and Gisela,
Just barely.
dude. Oh my god.
Yeah, and that's saying you don't get that if you run mono white angels.
Grana and
Which is objective.
Linvala are really good.
Yeah.
Avacyn, Lisa,
Avacyn.
Lyra.
Whenever an angel dies, each other
A little
sacrifices
bit
a
of
creature. This
Monica.
card's dumb. I love this card.
Dude, then there's those two angels that fucking mend together into like something crazy.
Oh yeah, Gisela and Bruna.
Bruna.
yeah, and Bruna.
Brazella.
Yeah. Angels are better.
Something that's not
Love
better than
demons,
angels. Devils.
Yeah, so
I
right.
could be your angle or your devil.
So they're not good without demons.
No,
my
I
opinion.
mean, okay, so like, let me show you some stuff. I found some stuff when I was like making all these like little things that like I was like, oh wait, that's nice.
You run the Chaos Rider with them, right? Or Raphael,
There's
right?
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there they are. Yep.
Yep. Chaos Rider's really good just because you make so many devils at once. Although you miss out on like are there any devils in black? I don't know, man. All right,
Don't
the
worry,
boys-
Dave and I'll sort this out.
Boys are taking a
All right.
break. The Rakdos boys are here to talk about
Here we go.
Rakdos things.
All right, so they're S tier because they're Rakdos, right?
Absolutely. See, like
No,
Mayhem
fuck
Devil,
no, they're
like
bad.
I'm
Hell
still hearing your
Rider.
ass, by the way.
Think about this for a second, right? You got Zerzoth, and because you've wheeled 3 times because you're in red, you have 21 devils. Oh my bad, not 21 devils. You have 63 devils. Because you wheeled
You
3
know,
times.
Right.
And then you have your Hell Rider.
And
You
then-
just swing with all those devils. People blocking the devils die, whatever.
Yeah,
you
and-
ping
yeah,
for a
and then you run-
billion. I don't-
And then you run Torbrand and Fiery Emancipation, and then you're suddenly doing an extra 2 damage and then tripling them,
Yeah.
tripling your damage. Or you run a little bit of burn spells and run Soulfon.
Yeah,
Soulfon.
And then you run
Honestly,
What the
Tibble,
fuck are
and
you
your
talking
opponents
about
can't gain life.
Torbrand when you're talking about devils
Hon-
over here.
Honestly,
No,
the-
you can absolutely. They're mono red for the most part, like a little bit of black.
it's got Zerial. Zerial makes devils.
Zero's pretty good.
Give all your devils +1/+0 in haste. Like, oh hey.
I would say that devils are closer to B tier.
I think they're top of B. I think this is surprisingly okay. I
I
know
don't
about
think they're
top,
better than
actually.
avatars. I don't think
No,
they're
I
better.
just looked at.
That's fair.
Well, I think they might synergize better.
They do synergize better, but like the low end is so bad.
Low
So
end of devils.
bad. Like
It's
yeah.
like-
well, I mean
it's
they're
like
all
a-
low end, but but like
Yeah, but then you got like the best card in the game in Sin Prodder, right?
yeah, devils are bad.
Yeah, but now you got like Witty Roastmaster is really good.
Yeah, honest, Wildfire Devils is
You,
disgusting.
you run this like little off burn Chaos Rider.
Burn Down the House
De-
is a really good
Devils.
card.
It's like
Devils, I don't think
I
are better
think
than
you're good with
avatars.
that.
I don't think they're
I
better
think they
than
are
avatars.
better than avatars, like a little bit.
They do
I don't know,
have-
man.
You can cast more than one in a turn.
Right. Okay, but here's the thing, right? Avatar Tribal really isn't a thing.
No, it's
Avatars
not.
just happen to be really strong.
Devils do
Right.
have commanders.
And you can cast like 5 of them little fuckers a turn.
Avatars don't have commanders.
No, they don't have a commander. They're just really strong.
And whenever,
Therefore, I think-
actually, I forgot about this. Whenever one or more devils you control attack one or more players, you and those players each draw a card, then discard a card at random. That's hilarious.
Yeah, so you're
Oh, that's
wheeling
pretty
people.
hot.
Yeah, so you're wheeling people.
But it
and then
is
you're
red,
pinging
so it
the
makes it
fuck out.
bad.
But it's fast and fun.
It is
Therefore, it's
fast
better
and
than
fun.
avatars because avatars don't have any support.
I think the fact that you get value out of doubles even when they die gives them that edge. I think that's.
pretty
I think.
good.
I think that's what's pushing me over the edge here.
I think it's better than avatars, and I don't think it's much of a debate.
Yeah, I mean, it's more of a fact that you can actually cast these and put up blockers before avatars can.
Right, before turn 12, right.
Yeah.
You're gonna kill, if you're playing devils, you're gonna kill someone who's playing avatars
Yeah.
faster than they're
Yeah.
casting avatar.
Yeah.
Flash of black.
Why is there soccer tribe elder?
I don't really know. It's a little bit green. It doesn't really fit in the theme. I don't know what that's.
Listen, Steve just worships Satan. That's all.
we
Devils
got that
above
sorted out.
avatars, but not in B tier. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I'm okay.
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
Oh.
They have support. They are
A
big.
lot of
They
support.
They have.
They have a
They
lot
have
of
a.
support.
They have a bottom end and a top end.
They're
Yeah.
dragons, but only some of them fly.
Honestly, like I'm right now, just my heart is telling me
Are they
A
better than
tier
angels?
above
Are
cats.
they better than angels?
No.
I absolutely agree with you, Kyle.
A tier above
Maybe below,
cats.
maybe between angels and demons, actually.
Gishath is really fucking good, but I
Michael,
think there
what
are
you
a
think
lot
they're
of,
S
like,
tier?
Galta.
I think they're
Galta.
dragons, but without flying on most of them.
It's disgusting.
They're they're really good. Okay.
Oh my
If you
God.
run dinosaur tribal,
You're gonna stomp.
there's support all
They're
over
so
the place.
big.
Dinosaurs care
Zillatora.
about
Oh no, I know.
dinosaurs.
Oh yeah, no, they're
God.
ruled. So they're fast and big. It's great.
Yep.
I think
Naya
they're
even,
either
so you've got
right
removal
above
as well.
angels or in between them and demons.
Oh my
There
They
you go.
care about spell casting. They care about damage. You can do combat. You can sneak them out. You can do whatever you need to do to
They do
get
a
a
Tolly
bunch
card.
of
It's really good.
These. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
But it's not really dinosaur tribal.
So I
though.
had built a dinosaur tribal deck with Zakama as the commander,
okay.
which isn't really dinosaur tribal. That's more value than anything. But I think that dinosaurs have kind of a gamut of things that they allow you to do with the colors that they're prominent in. Naya, I think there's a
Nice,
lot of
really
potential
good,
here.
man.
Okay, take a look at any of the enrage abilities. Whenever dinosaurs you control have take damage, they do something.
Yeah.
It doesn't. You don't know what it is, but there's so many different.
So you're
I
getting
think Enrage
value
was a
even when
cool
they're being
mechanic.
blocked.
Yep.
Enrage is a great mechanic. Dinosaurs care about other dinosaurs because some of them
They
say
really care
whenever
about other
it
dinosaurs.
or another dinosaur takes damage.
They really care about other dinosaurs.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, no,
They're
you're
a
right.
strong tribe. They have to be S tier.
But and I think it's also the fact that they have like 4 commanders that are like super viable too.
Yeah. Gishath, Zakama, Galta,
Atla.
Atla. I mean, Atla could be any big stomper. It doesn't. have
No,
to be
but you're
dinosaurs.
running it in dinosaurs because you're running red, green.
Like I
white.
get that she's from Ixalan, but like she could go in she could be an Eldrazi deck, dude. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
she could be, but people are gonna run her dinosaurs because of her colors.
I think they're gonna run her as Eldrazi and Blightsteel.
I mean,
No,
either
they're
way,
not.
Yeah, they are.
No,
I
they're
could be
not.
I could be convinced right now that they are either peak A tier, or maybe an
Gatekeeper.
S tier.
Or gatekeeper.
I think they're stronger than angels.
Yeah, I'm convinced.
I'm
Angels are really good.
firm on my opinion that dinosaurs are S tier. There is
Okay.
nothing that will change my mind.
I think they're
They
S
are-
tier.
They are too good.
I think they're gatekeeping S is what I think they're
Yeah.
at. I think they are the bottom of S
Yeah.
tier. Here's the thing though. I think it is important to talk about the CMC problem with dinosaurs, where they're all like
I don't think it's a
fucking
problem.
80.
Well,
But
I
you
don't
can
think
they
it's
have
a
ramp.
problem.
you can
You're in
cheat
green.
dinosaurs out so
You're in
easy.
green.
You're
And,
in
like,
green. You can
Wayward
Right,
ramp.
right. Which is why I said Kyle.
Like ignoring the green
oh.
thing. Look, they have stuff like
Oh.
Otepec Huntmaster that make dinosaurs cost 1 less. They have
I forgot, boys.
Topiary Stomper and Wayward
Boys.
Sawtooth. You can play more lands per turn.
Also
Like,
huge, and if you look at Apex Altastore, it can
I think
fight
they're S tier.
things.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Topiary
Yeah,
Stomper and
4
Wayward
of 'em.
Swordtooth letting you play more lands on the early game so you can get all your dinosaurs down later. That's
I do
it's
like
good.
that they can ramp and then just get
There's
really big.
also random humans that just care about dinosaurs, just like dragons. Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
the board clear sentry, bro. I like it. I like that they care about each other.
Yeah.
That's S tier.
yep, dogs. Dogs is next on the
Right
list.
I'm tempted to just automatically throw it right next to cats.
I am not.
But worse. It's worse than
It's
cats.
Yep.
it's
It's
not
worse.
it's not as good as clerics. It's not as good as allies. I don't even think it's as good as birds. like
Right.
Uh,
you have that one commander
like,
that is dogs
you got
and
and like
cats,
you got to
but
think
cats-
about like what dogs exist. like
Look, one of the
Oh,
commanders
fuck,
is
that's
just flavor
rough.
text.
yeah, I mean it's a 1-mana 2/2. What do you want?
Legendary.
Honestly,
cute,
do I even want to throw this above bears, or near bears? I don't.
Dogs
Why?
are
No,
not
no,
that
no, no,
good.
no, no, no. Bears have way more support than
Bears
this
are.
shit.
I think bears are
Bears
stronger.
are way better than shit.
C tier then?
Why?
If
Cats
that?
are
No,
yeah.
why?
Look at these creatures. They're not good.
Yeah.
Yoshimaru.
They don't have a commander. There's no synergy. It's why.
I'm down with
I
that.
mean, it has a commander, I guess.
No, it doesn't.
But it does.
The one commander they have cares about cats.
Well, it cares about
Uh,
dogs also.
Yeah,
it
it
does
cares about
both.
dogs, but it also
It
cares
has a
about cats.
commander.
It has a commander.
It has
And the
a
ability actually
commander.
deals damage like to any target equal number of dogs you have. Like that's good for 3 mana. Like it's, I know you're making cats instead of making dogs, but these dogs actually do something. In that sense, I think they're better than Atogs and Cephalids.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Are they better than archers?
That's a
I
good
don't think
question.
so.
That's a good
I
question.
don't know. Their commander certainly is.
My heart tells me that archers are a much more enjoyable experience.
The archer
and therefore
commander is
better.
pretty good. And like archers, they can like ping down stuff.
Whoa.
These dogs.
Alpine Watchdog? God, that guy was cute, though.
Yeah, these cards are bad.
Yeah, cats are
I'm-
fucking goated.
I'm gonna say below archers.
Above or below archers? Kyle said below.
Woof. Woof.
Brother, I'm below because I think it's in Y anyway. So
I need to look at archers again. I think it's below. I think it's below.
Okay, that's fine. I'm down for whatever. I don't have an opinion on it
I
really.
think it's below.
I think it's bad. I just don't know how bad.
It is bad. Here's something where we can get some spice going. Druids.
I actually don't know where this is going to be. My
Druids.
brain's telling me B, but that might be premature.
So there's a commander that cares about druids. There's one that makes
there's
druids.
Dragon!
Set in Crows and Protector, you can tap a druid to make a mana, but most druids already do that. Like, I don't know, man.
Right. And it's 3 mana.
I will say that like Ragadraga,
Yeah.
caring about mana creatures, it's not nothing, but it also doesn't, it's not.
He's not a
druid-specific.
druid.
Fraley's making druids, that's a thing. Like plussing
Oh my
plussing
God.
2 to make druids, that's kind of nuts.
Omnath?
Killian is a druid, and whenever you tap a non-land
Yeah.
permanent, such as a druid, for mana, you add more mana.
Also, Keenan is just really good in
It's kind of
general,
gross.
but, but he's more of a pod commander than a druid commander.
Yeah, he
I
cares
think
about
it's
health.
important to say if someone's running Omnath and they're playing Druid Tribal, they have brain rot. So,
No, hold on. It's
I've
because
seen
druids tap
Omnath
for
Elf
mana.
Ball. I've seen Omnath Elf Ball.
no, Druid Ball though.
Yeah, I mean it's the same thing. If it's making mana, then
But elves are better than druids.
the point is to make Omnath big. I don't think.
Okay, find an elf druid. How many of those elves that are making mana are
Fraley's makes elf druids, elf druid,
Yeah,
elf druid,
see?
elf druid, elf druid,
Elf
human
druid.
druid, elf druid, elf druid, human druid, tree folk druid,
It
human
sounds
druid,
like it sounds like it's an offshoot
elf
of
druid,
it
elf
sounds like you're
druid,
playing
snake elf druid,
Wait, it sounds like you're playing elves with more steps and limiting yourself. playing
elf
Iron
warrior,
Man
elf
on
druid, elf
Broomstick.
druid, human druid.
Yeah, you're playing elves with more steps.
Dude, it's just like I want to play elves, but I don't like the pointy ears.
Guys,
Let me
I'm
play
not
druids.
scary. I'm not
They're
elf ball.
all
I'm
elves.
a druid tribal deck.
Right. It's not elves, I
Mm.
promise.
And then you can run that one guy where if you tap 7 druids, you can steal all of somebody's lands.
That's fucking
If you
stupid.
look at the top cards, how many of
Yeah,
them
here it
actually?
is.
Yeah, okay, look. Okay, here's my
They're
point.
all elves.
Marwyn, right? Whenever another elf,
Right. They all just happen to be elves.
It's a druid. It adds mana.
Bro, it's a druid, not an elf, you fucking weirdo.
but it has no synergy with druids. It has synergy with elves.
Druids are like elf ball, but you don't get the elf ball. So it's like druids are only as good as whatever you're ramping into.
It's fucking bad.
I don't think it's fucking bad because you're producing mana. Mana is good. in
Your
general.
commanders are fucking
Oh,
done.
would you say that druids?
I mean, I
you
would
that
say
druids are
Ragged
better than
Dragon's not bad.
berserkers?
Are they better than berserkers? That's a good question.
Ragged Dragon doesn't care about druids.
No, but neither does Kinnan.
Yeah,
I'm
Seek
tempted
does, and he's
to say
terrible.
that it might be better than berserkers.
I don't know. The scariest thing that druids themselves have to offer is just the guy that steals lands.
It's better than berserkers. I think it synergizes better, and you just get a shit ton of mana.
Yeah, and there are ways to capitalize on it while maintaining the druid, like the druid like
Right.
Yeah.
tribe. Like
Yeah,
Draga is like a
elves.
really good payoff. I don't know. I guess you could just funnel it all into Kamal. He's a human druid, and if you have a fuck ton of mana, you could just keep pumping your team a bunch. That's
I
an
think it's
option.
Yep.
funny that we're just deciding how bad they are compared to things that are also bad.
Yeah.
Like that's what we're arguing about.
I mean, that's
right
what
now.
that's what the tier list is.
Tier list is 4. No, totally.
Yeah. It helps us organize our thoughts. That being said, is this where we want druids to be?
I'm sitting pretty. I'm okay there.
I'm
Yeah.
comfy.
The fact they have more support than dogs is hilarious to me.
There's a lot of druids, man. There's a lot of druids.
A lot of elves is what we're getting.
You know what else? There's a lot of dwarves.
Dwarves.
God, the fact that
Um,
we're only on D's.
These nuts.
If he wasn't going to, I was.
Oh.
Dwarves mainly care about like vehicles and stuff, right? They don't really care much about dwarves.
Magda cares about dwarves.
Yeah, you can run dwarf
Oh,
tribal.
Paula cares
But
about dwarves
Paula-
and vehicles. You may tap through and tap dwarves rather than pay the spell's cost. So like never.
Hey, look, cares about dwarves.
I'm getting real bear energy here.
There are anthems for dwarves. Let's look at some synergy cards.
I feel like you can run some like cool little treasure token stuff with them.
none of these care about dwarves. Yeah, there's no synergy pieces other than the commanders, it looks like.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's just the commanders, I think.
I think you're right.
Yeah, they rely on their commanders, but I don't know, what they do is pretty good.
As a commander, I guess.
It has a commander, but
It does have a commander,
I-
but I think that funny that commander actually makes dragons better than it makes dwarves.
Paul is a better vehicle commander than anything else.
I'm thinking, honestly, bottom B tier is kind of what I'm thinking right now.
I don't even think they're that. I think they're top of
yeah,
C.
like
I don't even know if they're better than devils.
Actually,
I don't. Yeah, I think
I'd
devils
say,
are better. Yeah, for sure.
How about between avatars and assassins?
I think I like that.
Yeah.
I think they're better than
think I like
assassins. But
I don't think they're better than avatars.
I can agree.
If a
on that.
dwarf deck is beating the shit out of me, I need to do some real considering.
Another S tier in the making, boys.
I think this is.
Elves.
Yeah, that's.
I have an opinion.
I too have an opinion.
I also have an opinion.
All right.
All right, are we ready? So, okay, elves
Elves.
are so fucking fast.
They're so broken.
Okay, they make
Holy
mana.
shit, they're fast.
They ramp. They draw cards.
And
Their synergy is off the fucking chart.
They are in Simic.
They're in
They are in
Sultai.
Mono Green. They are
But-
in. They are
You
in
can run
fucking-
Celestia. Yeah, it
Apparently,
doesn't
they're
matter.
in Gruul now. Look at all these
People are fucking
commanders.
Jund elves.
Look at all these
Elves are
commanders.
low costed. They are high synergy. I think they overtake dragons. Honestly, kind of easily here.
I agree.
I think they do.
Dragon
Oh.
Boy.
Hey, do we all have the same fucking opinion?
Oh my! I mean, they're elves. What do you want?
I was so ready to fucking fight for this. Like, holy shit.
What do you mean ready to
But
fight?
okay, let's talk about the pinnacle of their power. Golgari elves is the best elves, and it's not close.
I
Mono
don't
green is already
know.
so strong in and of itself.
I think Golgari is better commander wise, just because you can run Lathril.
Lathril is the #1 commander with 17,000 decks.
Right now, okay.
I mean, tapping
So-
10 elves and each opponent loses 10 life, and whenever you deal combat damage, you make make that many, not that
I think-
many.
I think what's really important to realize here, right, is let's just look at how many of these commanders are realistically this good, right? So Galadriel, she's a bit weird.
It's
but
really
she's-
weird. It's it kind of wants to go tall.
You can run Tyvar, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Abomination is
Marwyn
So
is
good.
pretty good, but you're running mono
Azuri
green.
is really good. in my
Azuri's
opinion.
really
Azuri
good.
is also
Regenerating
really good.
elves, like, oh my god.
Right. So just to play devil's advocate,
Yeah.
Mirim, Ur-Dragon, Tiamat, Zergo, Scion, Tarka,
Yeah,
Lathis.
so I agree that
Yeah,
those
I
are
guess
all like equally, if not scarier. The thing is that these are all way faster.
That's true.
Right.
Like they're so fast, they're so low costed, and in colors that are highly optimized.
I mean, bro,
Boys are
on
wrong.
Reese, you
Elves
can just
can't-
pay 6
elves
mana and
can't
double all
fly.
your tokens. Like,
Listen,
Jesus
boys,
Christ.
elves can't fly. Yeah, doubling season is a thing too in these
Yeah,
colors.
like
that
it's-
is like in all of elves.
ah,
I think
bro.
the reason obviously dragons have better commanders is just because they're almost all fucking legendary.
Mhm.
And that's what it comes down to. I think elves are better. I think
Yeah.
dragons are probably the second best tribe in the game. I don't even know if you can make an argument about
Do,
zombies.
do
I
we
think
need to
that-
make an elves tier all on its own?
No,
no.
absolutely,
no.
absolutely not. I think it's close. I just think elves are a little bit better.
Yeah, they're not like a whole tier above.
Low cost, ramp a lot, draw a lot of cards, really fast, synergize really well together. Can run green with doubling season.
It's
Does tokens
it's
super
not
well.
contestable. We have a contender for the bottom of the Y tier, Elder Tribal.
What the fuck is Elder
Eh,
Tribal?
So
I think
elders,
this is literally more fun.
it's just more fun with 135 decks. Elders are the creature type of dragons and dinosaurs. Sometimes is there a vampire? I don't know. Basically, you have your OG like Elder Dragon, Highlander dragons. You have
You have a Tolly.
you have the dinosaurs that are Elder Dragons. You have the dragons from Strixhaven that are Elder Dragons. You have
Right.
the Elder Titans from New Theros. And then you have Nicobolus.
Yeah, Nicol Balls.
But
Yep,
does,
yep.
okay, but does anything actually play off of elders
No.
specifically?
No.
No,
Absolutely not.
not a
It's running
single
giant
thing.
fucking creatures.
Oh, Vivictus Asmati, yeah. Oh,
So
Palladium Moors? Oh, their elders are so fun.
I don't even like they don't synergize. They don't really have any common theme or anything
It
like
kind
that.
of feels
They're
like
just
the Avatar
big.
thing,
Yeah,
but I think
I was
elders are
gonna
in
say
general
it's
stronger.
Avatar situation.
but
I would be tempted to say why.
No.
No.
because they're generally dragons. That's why.
Yeah, which is an S tier tribe. as we
Or
said.
dinosaurs, which is also an
and
S tier
dinosaurs.
tribe. I mean,
I don't know, man. If we're looking at it from like, does it have
Objectively?
support? Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
And it's Avatar situation. However,
But it's
because
better.
of what's in it,
It's better.
it's better than Avatars, definitely.
it's better than
Well,
devils.
if it's better than Avatars, is it better than Devils,
Is
or
it
are
better
we
than
counting
Devils?
synergy
Yes.
higher than Devils?
No way. No, Devil's way more
No?
focused than that shit. Dude, there's 100 decks for a reason. It's Morphon versus a lot of like synergizing with
Oh man,
Devils. No.
they got a lot of good stuff.
I think I'm with Bryce on this one.
They got a lot.
I don't think it's as
of good
focused.
stuff.
I
think
don't
it's
know.
It's not.
Because
It's
and
not
also-
focused. I'll agree. I'll agree that
also-
it's not focused, but it's really good still.
It is.
no, I think it
I
is really
mean,
good.
The same thing with Avatars. We put that below Devils.
So the
Right,
low
if it's
end is
Avatar
entirely
Tribal, what are we? Okay, it's Avatar Tribal with like fucking Birds of Paradise and
I don't know. I'm just stuck on the fact that the
Steve
two big things
Taran.
in Elders are both S tier, and then this
Yeah.
just makes it all the way go
Well,
down.
and I think
because there's
that
no
Here-
actually
support,
It
dude.
doesn't make any sense. Well, okay, so you have
we're
all
not
the
gonna-
support from dragons and
It's-
dinosaurs and throw it in there,
it's
and
not
it works.
necessarily
Elder
about-
Tribal.
Yeah, it's not necessarily about if it just has support or if it has a really strong commander. Like the cards themselves can also matter, and all these cards are fat bangers, dude. Like,
Yeah, they're also 30 costs.
like, are you
per
gonna tell me
fucking
that
card.
all these cards are worse than bears?
Or do we have bears above devils?
Yes.
We do.
Yes.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Like, are you gonna tell me that all these cards are worse than
No,
bears?
but who the fuck is running this, dude?
Nobody. But it's not about
Yeah,
who's running it. It's
exactly.
about how good is it.
I don't think it's that good if nobody's running it, dude.
No, I think the how many people run is based on how fun it is, not how good it is.
This
No,
deck.
I don't. This is a
No,
very
there's a
fun
reason
deck.
elves are popular and dragons and all and
'Cause they're
zombies
fun.
because they're good. It's because they're good.
They're good and fun.
Yeah, they're good, fun. You know.
Okay. Humans are not a fun tribe,
I
but they're
mean,
really fucking good.
Ah, I've got a human deck. They can be pretty fun in my opinion.
Like, there was
Yeah,
a
it's 'cause
human
you're
deck
beating
that
the
was pretty
shit
in
out of people
Ikoria. There's
because
support
you're
for it.
winning. That's why they're fun.
Yeah.
Are
I
you
don't think-
telling me that somebody playing a bunch of the cards in the Elders deck aren't gonna like be close to winning?
They're gonna have $1,000 deck that's super
I
unfocused.
think elders.
It's not focused. I think a bear
They're
tribal
definitely
deck
not focused enough.
is gonna beat the shit out of a fucking elder tribe player.
They will
because it's
curve
gonna
out
take-
earlier.
It's gonna take 7 fucking mana to get your commander out, and you're gonna get your shit kicked in
Yeah, just
by
make
2/2 bears.
Make it an elder elf deck. Like it's...
That's not well. That's the thing. It's elder tribal, right?
Yeah.
I'm with Bryce.
Okay.
I don't think it's as
yeah,
focused,
the,
man.
The
I don't
front
think
end
it's
is really
focused.
bad. I will agree.
They just don't synergize. They're just a bunch of cards. You can cast 1 card a turn, and it's a big fucking card. They don't synergize.
Yeah,
And what's like really good
it's
about the
Avatar
best part
thing.
of
You're right.
the S of S tier is we can play a lot of shit really well, and they ramp very easily.
Yeah.
Or dragons, very big, also can ramp very easily, and they
Yeah.
support other dragons. Dinosaurs support other dinosaurs. These don't support each other.
Yeah.
Even if it's the best of the two, like of the,
No, I mean, I wasn't
the
gonna.
S
I
tier.
wasn't gonna put it in A tier, but
No, but
No,
bears is gonna
it's
kick
not A tier material.
2/2 bears. 8 fucking bears are gonna kick in a fucking elder deck.
yeah.
8 fucking bears.
8
Let me
fucking
throw
bears.
8 bears at a dragon.
I want to
Jeez.
see that fight.
I feel good about this.
Is it worse than devils?
Can someone do like
I
a
think
chat
I
GPT,
think it
like,
is.
How
I
could 8
don't
bears
think it's
beat a
worse than
dragon?
Devils, Dave.
We're split.
Look,
Chat.
if you wanted to put it into B tier, I could be satisfied.
They don't
With that.
synergize, bro.
Don't worry, Sing. We'll
I
get to the
hear
rats
you.
later.
I hear you. And I'm listening. I am listening to the conversation about like these are some really good cards, and I definitely hear the speed, which I don't think that they're better
slow.
than bears.
No, dude, they're not better than bears.
I
And
Dave,
I'll tell
can
you
we
what,
ask
don't know
your
that I
chat
can be right putting them
if they're
behind
better than Devils or not?
Chad doesn't
Dude.
know. They don't play this game.
They're fucking all 8 mana, dude. They're super fucking expensive. You're gonna die before then, dude. And you're running
I-
Morphon already, which
Like,
if
I actually
Morphon,
like where they're at.
I think there's a solid
personally.
way to build it, but it's not a very fun way to build it, and it doesn't make the tribe very powerful.
No, bro. The best you're gonna get is you're gonna make 2 elder decks, elder dinos or some shit, or dinos with like a bunch of elders, or dragons with a bunch of elders.
I would definitely mix
Just
and
run,
match like crazy.
just run bull list,
like
dude, or
if you
something.
think I'm not putting Uro in an elder deck, like
Yeah, well, still, all I'm saying, man, is I think if Morphon is the only commander you got for it,
Shadrax. Yeah, that's fair.
it's just because you need 5 colors to run that is the only reason he is.
Yeah. Honestly, I could keep going through the rabbit hole that is elders better than devils? Is elders better than bears? Is elders better than birds? Because like I
think they're all
really need to
close.
consider the early game. You guys are right. I think we leave it where it is.
Okay, I'm good.
I think
good.
late game, if an
Michael,
elder
do you
deck's
have a
not beating the shit
favorite
out of the
preference?
8 fucking bears, there's something wrong with it.
All right, let's see what we got with this Eldrazi situation.
There we
before
go.
that-
I'm ready for Eldrazi. I think they're really good.
So here's the thing. Yeah, there are Eldrazi's in and of themselves are good.
Eldrazi.
But
Is this going to be
again,
another Avatar Elder problem?
No,
I
No.
think
no, no, no,
so.
no, no,
No.
no, no. I don't think it is. I think it actually isn't, and I'll talk about that.
I think they're
Vor-
better than those two, strictly because of what they do.
They also have a front end.
I think that Eldrazi has a stupid
Oh,
amount of
no,
support.
my
for what
bad.
they actually-
But are they? Like, the
Well,
thing is
they have the
that-
new commander that's really good. Gives them Cascade, right? So we will have to take
That's
that.
pretty
into
hot.
consideration.
That's
It's
pretty
really
hot.
good. Anytime you drop an
It doesn't give them
Eldrazi-
Cascade. It gives them Cascade.
And that's colorless
Right.
spells. It's not a.
You're right. You're totally right. Cascade. And he's 6 mana.
We don't run into the Avatar Elder problem here because there's a lot of front end that makes colorless creatures cost less. There's a lot of stuff that
Yeah.
taps for multiple mana, specifically when it's colorless. Like there are lands that, like Eldrazi lands that tap for 3 because it's colorless. Because you're casting an
Right.
Eldrazi spell.
Before we get too deep into this, I want
There's-
to have a
there's
quick
cheap Eldrazi.
conversation
Yeah,
There are.
about
Banned.
the fact that there are several commanders who have colors of mana that specifically are used most of the time to cheat out Eldrazi. Should
Yeah.
we how do we feel? I personally don't like that as an argument as to why Eldrazi could be good.
I do.
I think it is because most people.
I think
do.
there's a reason. ahead, Dave.
Yeah, I mean, like, I see what you're saying, Kyle, because, like, if somebody's running a Joda big stuff deck, they're not just running Eldrazi. They're running Eldrazi, they're running dragons, they're running angels, they're running demons, they're running anything that's big and scary,
They're
like
running
steals.
big creature good stuff. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, you can make that argument, but I think it's also important that, like, yeah, if you're running Animar or Rakdos and you're building an Eldrazi tribal deck, it's going to do the same thing where you're being able to cheat out best creatures in the game.
Right,
And that's the
so
thing,
that's
and you
actually
can
like the
run
core
it,
crux of my
tribal.
point. Like, I'm tempted to say that we should really be keeping this conversation to like colorless commanders and hopefully Eldrazi commanders, like with the creature type in their. In
Oh,
their
you
name.
mean like Graz?
Yeah, like, yeah.
No. Like,
So, like, when we talked
specifically
about
not.
Juggernauts during the middle of whatever the fuck that was, I think that
Right,
this
I
is.
hear you. I hear you.
I think it's important that you bring up things that you can cheat out these massive fucking creatures.
Yeah.
Because if you want to run Eldrazi Tribal with Rakdos, I just think that there's a lot of support that we actually get with Eldrazi comparative to just like Elders or Avatars, or whatever the fucking case may
We
be.
have a lot of colorless support for sure, but I don't know. I don't
Being
know.
in colorless
If
does take a
somebody
lot
sets
from
an
us.
Eldrazi deck down on the table and says, "Yeah, I'm playing Eldrazi tribal," how scared
I'm
are you?
spooked.
I'm saying something else other than
Yeah,
Morphle.
I know. They're scary.
Like
They're
I'm
fucking
probably
terrifying.
going
I think they're up there with
target,
angels
unless
and
I know
demons
something else.
somewhere. I don't know where, though.
I think they're an A. I think they have to be an A.
I think they're an A.
Sure.
And I think
am
that
down
the-
for that.
Okay.
I would argue that they are better than angels and demons.
Not having colors
think
really
I-
sucks.
yeah, and
I mean, I get that.
right. And I
really
think it's
sucks.
like
Yeah.
right. So like even to be the devil's advocate of Michael and I's argument of like Animar Rakdos, right? We both run those creatures. Kill them. Take them off the board. You're not running massive
Well,
fucking creatures.
with
if you
Animar,
leave-
that's hard to do because he's pro white black.
I mean, if you're
That's
worried
a
about
lot
that,
of
but we're not
removal.
worried about the Animar. We're worried about the Eldrazi.
yeah, right.
A lot of Eldrazi
But making
are
it cheaper. But
hard
making
to
them
remove,
cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot
Also
of
being colorless
Eldrazi-
makes it so they don't have recursion.
Yeah,
They're
the
not
other
coming
thing
back.
is-
Like there are some Eldrazi that shuffle in, sure, yeah, but
Shuffle
you got to
in,
draw
yeah.
them and cast them again. It's not easy.
Yeah, right. Keep them off the board, right? Big creature. I think just the fact that there is actual support for big fucking creature.
Mhm.
I mean, this is the biggest creature we got in terms of like with support. Like
Yeah.
Eldrazi is clearly the pinnacle of big
Yeah.
creature with a lot of support.
Yeah.
Now the early game matters a lot.
Yes, and I do think that while they do have like creatures that can be played in the early game as opposed to like angels or demons, they're not good.
See, and I also think
they use sacrifice fodder for like the Eldrazi spawn tokens and stuff like
exactly.
that. Yeah, exactly. I think it's also very important to remember someone could have out fucking 20 angels or 20 fucking elves or whatever the case is. By the time someone drops one Eldrazi, like that is a very real possibility with these decks.
There's a lot of colorless support now. Do you remember the not the Eldrazi monument, but like the legendary artifact that cares about colorless stuff?
Yeah, no, Forsaken Monument, it's incredible.
Forsaken
Yeah,
Monument,
it's
it's nuts. Like there's a bunch of colorless stuff that
I think it has to be an S. I don't think we can go
Yeah,
higher.
Forsaken
I don't think we can go lower. It's just where an A.
I don't know. Like
I think it's right
I'm
there.
tempted
I
to
think
put
it's
it
right there.
I think you're right, Dave. Like the thing is that there's just a lot of work that needs to be done.
Yeah,
to get there.
I think that's just the whole color, like
the colorless problem.
Well, and it's when Eldrazi are a colorless tribe, that's something to consider. Eldrazi are really fucking good, and they have a lot of things going on.
The top end is
there's just a lot of setback.
The best of the top end you're gonna get in Magic for the most part.
Yeah.
I mean, Annihilator. I mean, you can make the same thing with like elves or not elves. Sorry,
it's the best of the top end, but there is like very little interaction in general if you're stuck in those colorless. I mean, I guess the best argument is running Animar Teamer, but
right.
And I don't like that argument.
Well, but I do like though there is a new Eldrazi commander that is gonna have Cascade on it.
Yes, but I think it's like I think that commander is like equally scary as like Kozilek or Ulamog. I don't think it's more scary.
I think it almost is, just because obviously you're gonna have like those. I don't think there's a reason you run.
Here's the
Ulamog
reason why
commander.
I don't think it's scary, and like I get that it has Cascade, so it happens twice. But like
trigger.
if you're running an Eldrazi deck with that kind of top end, you have a lot of mana rocks. You're gonna run into those.
Yeah, you absolutely you do. I just think that running Ulamog as a commander, you're just missing out on opportunities to actually like stonk in the command. Like,
but you also get like
dude, if it gets blown up once, if it gets blown up once, it's never coming out of the command.
It's indestructible.
Cascade is a house of which slivers, being scary, were built.
I would rather exile two things than Cascade, and then also have the potential to exile 20 cards.
Took slivers from like a really pretty fucking scary to this is terrifying.
I don't think this is doing that.
I disagree with that. I think they maintained a scary as shit status, but we're not talking about slivers.
I'm just saying Cascade, but it's Cascade. Michael, what do you think?
Michael, what's up?
I mean, to me, if you're gonna play Eldrazi, you better be playing something with color that cheats it out.
I agree. That's why
that's just where I'm at. Like, I don't think I don't think there's a strong enough.
Like
I don't know, man. It's still
the number.
Michael, as far as tiers go, how do you feel about where it's placed right now?
Fine.
Yeah, I think we all agree with it.
All right.
I think if you're talking about Eldrazi tribal truly, where you have a commander that you play with, then I think it's perfect where it's at. I think if you're cheating them out, it's above angels and demons.
I think that makes a lot of sense. It's better than cats.
It's definitely better than the cats.
Don't say that in front of the cat.
You know what I mean?
All right, elementals.
I am going to speak with full bias here.
We know.
I think that S tier is a good place to put them, if not like bottom of S tier.
That is such an L take. That is such an L take.
Might be the dumbest thing.
that is so incorrect.
I'm gonna go get another beer. What the fuck?
Do you see this one on the right over here? You see this commander on the right? That's not an elemental commander. That is not an elemental commander. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Or another elemental.
Let me tell you. Let me ask you this. Are you running more elemental tribal cards in that deck, or more things that get you lands?
Those lands give me my elementals.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Okay, are we talking about landfall?
I asked him a simple question. I asked him in Omnath Locus of Rage, are you running more elemental tribal cards, or are you running more find land cards?
Yeah, it's
you know why I'm running those find land cards? So I can make my elemental so I can blow them the fuck up.
All the Omnaths being here, they're excuses. They're just excuses. That's all they are.
They're not excuses.
They're the only elemental Omnath I'll accept is 3 mana or is 3 color Omnath, because he actually he actually says like number of elementals, not just make an elemental.
Well, Omnath Locus of Rage also doesn't just say make.
Omnath Locus of Rage is an elemental tribal commander, like Marchesa is an assassin commander.
Is it bad that I don't have an opinion on this?
You don't have an opinion on elementals?
I just think they're kind of mid.
I don't think they're
you
mid.
don't really think about most creatures being elementals. Is the thing.
I mean, okay, truly, I think the only one that can really elemental tribal deck is Horde of Notions, and even that's kind of bad because
that's not
one of each color
good.
to find any element.
Smoke Raider produces 2 mana for elementals.
Sounds like some shitty Joda.
Other elementals get +1/+1. You may put an elemental card from your hand on the battlefield, and then it.
I mean,
sacks
there's
it any
plenty
turn.
of elementals that are good.
It's Avenger, Jagotha, Animar, Fertilid.
Oh, Muldrotha, great elemental.
Maelstrom Wander. That's just a team
Yorick?
card.
Creeping Trailblazer.
Elementals
Soul
and
of the
warriors cost
Harvest.
1 less to play. There's
Soul
plenty
of
of
the Harvest
support.
is good.
There's plenty of support.
I feel like this might be B
There is.
tier. That sounded like low B, high C.
Honestly,
Kyle, I think Kyle just lit up inside that. Just said elementals are B tier. I think he was so pleased.
Elementals are
better
better
than
than
bears?
birds.
That's a
They're
good
better
question.
than birds.
I don't know if they're better than birds.
I'm looking at some of the top cards just to see what people run in here.
Look at
Oh.
Risen Reef. Risen Reef is incredible.
Risen Reef is good.
Forgotten
Oh, what's this?
Ancient. Hey,
Companion.
Forgotten Ancient's really good.
Forgotten Nation is
Oh, there's
also very
that
good.
elemental elk. I
Yeah,
like that.
There's a lot of
card.
elementals that you like
wait,
don't think
wait,
about them being
Did I
elementals.
just see an elemental druid?
Titania is an elemental. Jesus.
Oh,
Exclume
Bull
Ancient.
Drifter's an
Ancient.
elemental.
There's a lot of powerful elementals, guys. There's a lot of
No, there
powerful
is.
elementals.
Kyle, if you need me to scream at him, let me know because I know you can't. So you just let me know if you need me to start screaming at him, okay?
Okay, I appreciate
I,
that.
I'll give you that. They're better than birds. I'll give you that.
They are better than birds. Now let's talk.
Now,
Okay,
can I-
now let's talk, right? Oh,
Now,
go ahead,
hold on.
Kyle.
Can I ask you this then? As a follow-up, are they
than
better than cats?
animals? No.
No.
But I think if there was, here's what I think, right? If there's an eminence ability on one of these, I think they would be.
I think
I
they
think
could
it's
fit
that
into
good.
eight. I think they could weasel into
Okay.
8 tiers.
Okay,
I
here's
think
let's
they
do this.
can
Let's do
weasel
this.
into
Let's do
A
this. Let's
tier,
do this.
but
Are they better than allies?
I would say yes.
I disagree.
there's a lot
I
of good elementals.
disagree.
Oh, dude, all the
It does.
Cavaliers are elementals? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
So I mean, here's the thing: is that yes, we talked about landfall and all
Rumble
that.
Hulk's disgusting. Rumble
But that's
Hulk's
just what
I
it
disgusting.
is. That's great.
Like, yeah, that's the thing that elementals specialize in like
landfall.
land.
Yeah, which is
Oh.
what's the two best things in Magic? Drawing cards, playing lands.
Not all elementals specialize in land. That's just Omnath.
I think there's a lot of
A lot of
elementals.
It's
elementals
Omnath
on
and
land.
Risen Reef. Show me
That's like
another.
one of the
ele-
reasons.
I guess Rumble Hulk cares
Tatiova.
about lands.
Rebel
Get him,
Hulk,
Kyle.
Tati over.
Avenger of
Uh,
Zendikar, Phylanth. You're right.
I would say it's better than. I do feel it's better than cats, but I would accept better than clerics.
Guys, I don't want him to be right.
I don't think it's better than cats.
I don't think it's better than
Cleric.
cats.
I don't think
I've
it's better than
played against
clerics.
cats. Cats are the worst.
I mean, have you played against an elementals deck that like utilizes this shit? Because like there's stuff that make elementals cheaper. There are elementals that ramp, and then their top
Lot of
end is very
land.
powerful as well.
A lot of land too with that. Which
Yeah.
is really good. They do have a good top end
They have a really good top end and a really good
You can get to
like
the
front
top
end.
quickly.
Like
because of all the land and the landfall triggers.
even if
I don't have much of an opinion. I think they're good. but
even
don't
if
know
I
how-
ignore Omnath, I do think they're better than cats. I think he's right.
Holy shit. Okay, Kyle, well, real quick, are they better than Eldrazi?
No,
I can't. I
No.
can't try and argue that.
no,
Kyle's so happy.
no.
I don't know if they're better than that though.
Like look at
I
these
think they
okay.
are. I think they
cats. They're strong. Yeah, for sure.
cats are very synergistic. though.
Yeah,
is that
but a
you
lot
run
of
out of
cats
card-
like
You run out of cats far faster than you run out of elementals.
That is not true.
that
I
is not
don't know
true.
about that. That might be
That
an
is
interesting
not
take.
true.
Kyle
I think
arguing
they're both
against
good.
Ginny Faye now.
So are you running like Horde of Notions just to take like full elemental?
You-
Like what are you running as your
That's a good
commander?
question.
Honestly, like as far as
That-
elemental support goes, Omnath Locus.
I think
Locus of
yeah,
Royal, I
Team or
think, is the
Omnath
best.
is the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
It's good.
There is a card that I also really enjoy, Tillinolli Summoner, which lets you pay.
Oh, it's so good. That card's
it's
so
so
good.
good.
If you get it's a red and X when you attack, and it makes that many elementals, and they all disappear at
Yep,
end of turn
one.
unless you have the city's blessing, which those
Which is very
tokens
easy to
count
do.
towards the city's blessing. It's real good.
I'm being talked into. Like I said, I don't have much of an opinion. You can sway me pretty easily on this.
I think.
put it I think you guys put it wherever you three feel it should go.
I
could see
like
an
Shriek
argument
Mom,
that
Drifter,
cats are
these
more
just
focused,
eternally playable.
but I would see an argument that elementals might just be strong.
Even if you're just in like Teamer, you get all
missing out
the
on
like
some.
what are they called? The Ashlings from fucking Lorwyn care about elementals like crazy.
Oh yeah, they're pretty fucking good too.
I don't know, man.
I think those
I think they're good.
I think those three are just pretty close.
I think he goes there.
Michael, what do you think, really quick?
What? No,
Elementals. Give me your talk.
Absolutely
Why are
not.
they bad?
absolutely not.
Why not?
I just do not think elementals are better than cats. I've played against Kyle. You had okay. Hold on.
I think it might be just that
You
elemental
know what?
decks are
You know what?
rare.
Yes, elementals are better than cats. You know why? Because I gotta go get my fucking cat out of the goddamn window again.
Next on the list, boys, elephants.
What?
Elephants.
I'm glad
Is
I made
that
it
an
in.
actual tribe? I'm putting it in
is.
Y immediately. But
Elephants.
make your case.
They don't have a commander that cares about elephants. The closest
Yeah,
you can get is Hamza, making creatures cost less for each +1/+1 counter on him. Hey guys, Dave from the future here. I just wanted to clear up a little something. I clearly was a bumfuck idiot and misspoke about Hamza here. Hamza, he costs 1 less for each other creature with +1/+1 counters, and he makes spells cost 1 less for each creature with a +1/+1 counter on it. Anyway, back to me gaslighting my friends about how bad this card is.
What do
Oh,
elephants?
so it's
do?
Animar.
There's
That's
this,
Amar with extra steps.
there's
I
an
think,
elephant
yeah.
angel. I don't,
It's more expensive and bigger Animar.
Oh, Lulu, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elephants aren't not strong, but there's not.
big
There's
boys.
a good amount of them.
What's the synergy? Is
There
there
is
any
none.
synergy?
There's none. It's just power.
Then why?
I'm tempted to say has a commander. I guess.
No.
Does it?
Power got avatars.
And I'd say it's below apes.
I think it's why.
That's fair.
Because it doesn't have a
You're angry,
commander.
at me.
You know what? Actually, I don't think it deserves why. I think it deserves somewhere up here.
With what commander?
I think Hazma is an arguable commander.
I agree. I don't think it's great.
No,
It's all.
it's
like
definitely
we're-
not
we're-
synergistic.
We're
But
playing 50 Shades of Bad right now.
yeah,
If you flip one of the
That's
bottom
fair.
ones and you're like, oh no, this elephant deck actually fucks, you'd be like, oh well, I guess it goes up one fucking.
yeah. But between like elephants
Tribe.
and then like Loxodon, there's a lot of strong effects in elephants.
Yeah, man.
Mhm.
You're not wrong. They're big too.
They're just not
If-
that
if-
strong, which is why like
all I'm
I don't
saying-
know. Where did they go?
All I'm saying, right, is my angel deck gets my shit kicked in by an elephant deck. I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah, there's just nothing an elephant's deck is doing really. Are they?
Yeah.
The only reason I'm putting them below apes is because like Kogla exists. like,
I don't know, man. I think they might actually be better than apes.
like
I think apes kind of fucking suck.
I mean, they got
I
Kogla.
think they
and-
objectively suck.
Yeah, but they also have Ukabi or whatever his name is. Kibo. Like they actually have a commander that synergizes with the tribe.
Barely. Just like
Yeah.
elephants.
But elephants don't. They
I think it's fine, Dave. I'm not really arguing
Why is
with
this
you.
elephant
I'm
so
just-
skinny, dude? What the fuck?
Yeah, that guy needs to figure it the fuck out. All right?
That dude needs to eat. We're about to have a lot of
We're about to have a long
short
talk.
conversations.
We're about to have a long talk about fairies.
Oh.
Fairies
Love's
are
here.
hard to I think they're hard to evaluate.
Let's see.
The best fairy commander is Alayla just because she makes fairies whenever you cast an artifact or enchantment and then gives creatures with flying +1/+0. Hey guys, Dave here again. I just want to real quick mention that I realize how inconsistent I have been in this video about my opinion on a commander and whether it's a good leader for the tribe or not. Like with Alayla just now, I mentioned how she can make fairies and support fairies, and that's kind of what Omnath does as well, but I was really harping on the fact that Omnath is not an elemental commander because people just build it as landfall. But I realize now it's about how you build the deck. It's not necessarily about what the commander does or how most people play that commander. Same could apply to people like Kalia. Anyway, back to the video. Being in Esper also gives you access to both Dimir and I guess white, whatever white fairies there are. I don't know if there's white fairies.
I think there's a few. I don't think there's very many.
A lot of
is the
blue, a
thing.
lot of black. Some green. They're small. They fly. They fly.
They do. They've got some evasion,
I
and
think-
they're in objectively good colors.
I think
Uh,
Ivy's really good, but that card's not a fucking.
no, it's an
fairy
aura. It's an aura commander.
Right, exactly. And I think that's the same thing with Alila or whatever the fuck her name is.
No,
Anyway.
well, she actually makes fairies and gives flying creatures +1/+0. And,
Una is definitely a thing.
yeah, I don't
This
know.
is looking like a C tier to me, boys.
I don't think it's a C tier, dude. It gets all the
Wow.
benefits of flying like birds does, but like you're in better colors and like you're
I
rewarded
keep
for
forgetting that we have birds. and
you're
bee.
rewarded for doing more like stronger things, I think.
Like playing lands.
I think what I'm learning is I keep forgetting we have birds and bee.
We have birds and bee.
I think that's the issue right now is what we're facing.
Birds and the
But like
bees,
there's
what can I
plenty
say?
like look, there's like we
They're
we had
better than
the,
birds,
we had a
then.
Layla that's an anthem. We got these two that are anthems. Fairies
Right.
interact with like people's hands. They can take control of stuff. They can draw cards. They got a lot going on. They can make more
They're
fairies.
better
They
than
can-
birds.
Fairies can counter spells. So you Glenelenge Archmage, shit like that.
I would
It's-
say
Top beat.
Rankle's a fairy.
fairies are just better versions of birds.
I think I can agree with that.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm going.
Top
B for fairies.
B for fairies.
Berries.
I don't
as
think
we
they're
call
A.
them.
Yeah, B for
No,
fairies.
they're not
B
A.
for
Oh,
fairies.
Fox Tribal.
Fox Tribal made the list.
Oh man, I need to hear more before I just say
There
why straight
are
away.
numerous commanders, and none of them care about
Yeah,
foxes.
8.5 tails.
N-
8.5
oh,
tails.
actually, my bad. One of them cares about foxes. Patron of the Kitsune. There's not a commander that cares about foxes.
Why?
Why? It seems accurate.
It's either bottom of. I don't know if they have a commander. Yeah,
They don't.
Why?
Do they even have any synergy together?
I think they're worse than elephants.
Yeah.
I can really agree with you.
Like they do a lot of things. Like some of them care about.
they better than
auras,
crabs?
No, but I also don't think that boars are better than crabs personally. But that's me.
Boars are definitely better than crabs.
Absolutely.
We can take a tour
seen-
through the boars creature types if you want to, and remind you.
Boars
Uh,
stomp.
Can we just put foxes at the bottom then, below crabs?
No,
'Cause I don't see a reason to put them above.
it's that
I don't think they're
the-
above
it's
boars.
that the foxes that exist do more things. Yeah, they're not
I think
above
they're
boars.
better
You're right.
boars.
Yeah, you're right.
There you go. That's
Yeah,
fine.
that's good.
All right.
Crabs have an S tier in my heart.
Yep. Next on the list, boys. Next on the list. Next on the list. How many do we have left? Ah, yes. Okay. Next
We can
on
go
the,
through it.
This might be a two-parter.
next on the list. This might be a two-parter. Frogs.
S tier. S
just-
tier.
I like frogs quite a bit. I think they're
I
fun.
like trains, but that doesn't make
Okay.
them viable.
When was the first time
Frogs.
running a
There
train?
is one
You
commander.
have a commander.
I have
He's
I have
actually
one
pretty good,
card for
and
you.
he
I have
cares.
one card for you. Spore Frog.
Yeah, Sport Fog's great.
No,
What
yeah,
do you
but,
just run it more
Yeah,
yeah, but
random?
Spore
animated
Frog's not like a
decks.
strong frog card. It's a strong sack like recursion
It's a
card.
strong
It's a reanimation
Muldrotha
card.
card.
It's yeah, exactly. It's a get it back every turn with Marin card. Like it's but like there are some strong frogs. There's Froghemoth, like
Dude, the commander cares about frogs.
Yargle. The commander cares about frogs and it lets you cast spells.
And mill.
Yep, it mills yourself,
And-
and you can cast more frogs with it.
Which and then you have graveyard recursion. This is like surprisingly better than archers.
Yeah, I think it's better than archers.
Okay,
I don't.
Are we still putting it in technically as a commander?
Well, maybe.
mean,
Let's see what's
I-
about.
Are
I-
we?
I
I think it's better than that.
I think it could be in C.
I think it's better than Berserkers. Wait a minute.
I don't know if it's better than Berserkers.
Berserkers have no synergy.
Well, yeah, but at least they're stronger than frogs. Like the
but
thing
they
about,
don't have a commander that cares about them.
no.
That's the thing.
But neither do
right?
avatars, and avatars aren't gonna lose to frogs.
But,
Like,
but that's the thing. Well, you'd be surprised, right?
no,
Maybe.
no, they're not. Like so.
But
Okay,
they're also higher tier.
so here's the thing about this frog commander deck, right? You're building a frog commander deck. You have this as your commander. When a frog you control attacks, you mill 3. You mill those 3 cards. Whenever permanent enters the graveyard, such as a frog or some other land, enchantment, whatever, you put a croak counter, and you can cast and play spells from among them with croak counters, right? The thing about
Yeah.
that is the things you're hitting off that are more frogs.
Bro.
The frogs aren't that good.
It's called a croak counter.
Yeah, I don't care. It's gonna make me croak because the deck's so bad. Like
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I don't know. I think they're a bit better than Berserkers, to be honest.
the fact that it
that's
has
big.
card advantage is definitely a thing.
I think they're good.
I don't
Now,
think they're good.
No.
I wouldn't put them above druids, so I think they're good where they're at.
Okay, I can.
But I think you'd be pleasantly surprised
I
with how
think-
well
yeah.
this would work.
especially because Yargle exists.
I would be ecstatic if someone
Well,
sat down
yeah.
with a frog deck.
Frog
Yeah,
if-
because
I'm
you're gonna beat the
build
shit
this
out of them
now.
and have fun.
frogs have on
I'm gonna
theme
build this
removal.
now.
Look at that.
I do.
Yeah. Broken counterpart also on theme.
I think it's
removal.
funny that Michael's learning that he likes frogs, and I'm learning I really, really like
Erg,
clerics.
spawn of Turg.
Erg Spawn of Turg's funny. Just a good
That's the
name.
best-
I
The
love
galloping
Erg.
Lizrog. I don't know. Yeah, like
Baron Berserkers.
they.
Get Rog
That's why-
Monster.
Yeah, Gitrog's good, but
Gitrog's good.
also if you're running what's his face, you're not putting Gitrog in the deck.
No, you are not.
True.
Like if you want to run all the frogs, you run Tatsunari, but then you lose out on frog synergy.
Moldrotha.
Yeah, I think frogs belongs where it is. It's just
Yeah, that's exactly where I would have put
which
it.
honestly, hey guys, how do you feel about fungi?
Yep. I'll
Why?
make this.
He's pretty fun.
So
He's a pretty fun guy.
here's the interesting thing about fungi, right?
Gabe is
Fungi.
not fungi.
There's a lot of saplings here, and there's a reason
But
for
they're
that.
not fungi.
Some of you that aren't as like fluid in the like magic lore might not know, but fungi in the magic world created saplings to be their slaves and food.
True.
Which is why they interact with saplings quite a bit. That being said, saplings are not fungi, so
Yep.
Gave is not really a fungus commander.
It's true, even though he's great.
Even though he's great, and you could run all the fungus stuff in it so they can interact with saplings. I can definitely see it being like played that way.
But
Slimefoot,
Elon
Slimefoot's
and
definitely
Fungi.
fungus. He does this fungus thing. I think
Elon
Gabe
is too.
is. I think Gabe is a fungus commander. I take that back. It's just that fungi are just a means to get saplings,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
and
so
so it-
really running Sapperling decks
yeah,
for a fungi commander.
like Felon here
Felon.
cares about fungi. He buffs them for each sport counter on him, and you get that by exiling cards, fungus specifically. You're losing out on your own tribe to buff, other members of your tribe. It's cannibalizing yourself with that deck. It's
I mean, at that point, you should be running conspiracy so you can turn everything into a fungus.
yeah, and at that point, it's
Mhm.
is it really a tribe? I don't know, man.
Yeah.
No.
Why is it tribes here to
do
proliferate
have a
fungus
commander.
counters? Yeah.
They do have a commander. I think these are above most of the C tiers we just talked about, though.
Because of the lack of synergy that's going on here, I think it still has to fit and has a commander, I guess.
I don't.
Maybe
I
top of
disagree.
has a commander.
I think this is probably better than frogs.
I think I agree there.
I don't think it's better than druids, just because druids have the classic. I'm gonna play a shit ton of mana dorks,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna have a ton of mana advantage on you, and you're casting so much a turn. But I think it is better than frogs, just a little bit. That's where I'm at with it. I don't have a strong opinion. You guys can feel free
Yeah.
to say whatever you
Like
think,
it's
but-
it's a go wide creature style deck,
right.
and it has a good amount of synergy. Like there's
Absolutely.
there's plenty of fungi.
Plenty of
they all make
fungi.
saplings. I don't know. It's got
I think it
synergy.
feels
It
like
just
there's-
doesn't have power.
I feel like there's more support than you would actually would think with this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this.
There's
I don't think it's
plenty.
better than druids. I don't think it's better than beasts.
Yeah. I think it's
That's kind of
good
where
it
I'm
is.
at with it.
I think it's definitely better than frogs. I think frogs is kind of garbo, but
I think frogs can give card advantage, therefore better than berserkers.
but your
Because
card
there
advantage is
isn't
more
even a
frogs.
berserker commander, and it slipped out of D somehow.
Yeah. I think the synergy that fungi can offer can make them scary. It just takes a lot of work. A lot of work. Michael,
I'm okay with
How you
this.
feeling?
Everyone agree?
Yeah,
Disagree?
that's fine.
how you feeling, Michael?
Yeah.
It's hard to
Oh,
place,
just-
but it's definitely not like above beasts.
Yeah. No.
No, I think the power level.
No,
of your
I
deck,
think that's fine.
might
I
be
mean,
better than
there.
druids,
I think I can agree with Bryce that there's definitely a lot more support than you would think there would be.
Yeah.
But I just don't know if it's that great.
Like remove 3
Right, which
sport
is
count- yeah,
that's why it's at there,
yeah.
right?
It's got
'Cause there's-
support, it just doesn't have power.
Right, because there's support for druids, no power, but there's a lot of like mana dorks with them, right? I think that's the only reason druids are above it, because what's above druids?
Beasts.
Yeah, and it's not better than beasts.
I think if you're running fungi, you're essentially running.
Yeah,
I think that's just
I can
how
agree,
It is.
yeah.
Mhm.
There's plenty of
think
stuff that
that's-
interacts with saplings.
Yes, there is. There is a surprising amount.
I'm curious about when we get to Sapperling Tribal. That'll be a fun
There
conversation.
is no
to have.
sapling tribal.
What?
Because
Yep.
because sapling is a token.
Yep, you just happen to have like +1 counters.
There's no
deck.
such thing as a
that
sapling
love
creature
saplings.
card. Like it's
Yeah.
only a token.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
So I think this
I
would
think-
be considered your saplings.
Yes. Because
If that's the case-
all fungus pretty much care about saplings. That or spore counters. And spore counters make saplings.
But see, that's the thing. That's just like you look at this and you're like, oh, Gabe, right? But Gabe is not. Gabe is being like he's being healed by playing into this play style with this tribe. At least I think so.
I mean, he makes saplings, and saplings can be eaten by fungi. It's I don't know. I think they are where they are, and we just got we know.
I think the
how much
power
to go
level
with.
can be a bit higher than like a druid power level. I just think there's more support with druid. I think that's what I'm getting out of this.
It's if we're working with the fungi specifically, then it's a lot of work.
Right, but then you can get you can do some. I feel like you can do some like really weird shit with this.
Oh,
That
boy.
would probably work pretty well.
How many more are you guys feeling?
Gosh, what's our next tribe?
Our next tribe is werewolves.
A
Well, that's
tier.
not alphabetical.
It's alphabetical if you spell it like I do.
Oh yeah, they're after Midnight Hunt. Those things are well into the power level.
I played my first werewolf game last night with my new deck. It
Stomped.
fucked. It
See, the thing
actually
is
fucked
that,
fucked.
It fucked hard.
I
I think
I
they're
understand
really
you have
pretty
your
good.
anecdotal evidence
It
on this
saw
one.
it, killed it, left.
But-
That was how the werewolves went last night.
I'm
what'd you say,
thinking that
Michael?
werewolves are
I
fitting.
said it came, it saw, it killed, it left.
Yeah, it fucked. I think they're really strong with Tovolar, and there's a lot of fucking support for
There's a
them.
lot of support.
I think
And
that
they
that
all-
support is varied. I think that
No.
werewolves
No.
is.
They interact so well together, dude.
Dude,
that's why I'm not
werewolves are
putting in, like,
on another
CRG.
level.
I think that werewolves are at a solid B tier, maybe
No.
even top of B tier.
No,
No.
No, go back up. Go back up.
no way, dude.
Go back up. That green full moon's rise right there.
Nah, ignore that. We don't even need that.
No.
We have the new werewolves from New Innistrad. Like,
No, dude. Was that the one I used last night? The
Yes.
regenerate.
Yes.
I got
Somebody
bored,
board wiped. He literally kept all his werewolves by sacrifice.
oh yeah, you can sacrifice.
and they were
it.
all like 15-15s.
Mhm.
And you get so much card advantage
It
with
was
Tovolar.
absolutely ridiculous. He had like 8 or 9 werewolves out that all had an insane amount of.
I think the
Plus
power
one's
from
on it.
werewolves comes from how much they care. I think they care about each other more than most
A
tribes.
lot. I think they're like in the
Probably
same
more
realm
than-
of dinosaurs. in
Honestly,
how
yeah,
much they
probably
care
more
about
than
each other.
any tribe they care about each other.
They care about each other. They're all about transforming. There's like the Emerwolf, which lets you like stick them only in their night form.
I
and so they
would-
can't
Sure.
transform
Yeah.
back.
And so I'm glad you brought up night form because the thing. So here's my actual like contention against werewolves is that you have a split here. You have like day bound and night bound, and then you have the situation where like they transform based on
Yeah.
like people casting or not casting spells, and that really drags the tribe
Yeah,
down.
but
and-
everything really
But you don't
changed when.
have to.
But, no,
But
real
you don't
quick,
have to do that.
let me respond to that really quick, right?
Mhm.
We'll take turns.
Tovolar, if you have 3 werewolves, which takes 3 turns, you have Nightbound on every one of your turns.
I will point
Right,
this.
but not every werewolf.
I
is
will point
night
this
bound, day
out
bound.
to Kyle that Tovolar doesn't care whether they're on the front or back because werewolves are werewolves on the front as well. Like
Yeah,
they're human
does
werewolves,
not matter.
so he will
You're
draw
drawing
cards if they're
cards
in day form
on
or
the
in night
day
form.
form. It's so fucking
Sure.
good.
But your werewolves that like from the initial like Innistrad run don't care,
care about
about
those.
their day bound
Good.
night.
Well, then we
You
don't run
don't
all
run
of
'em.
them. We just
You
run the
don't
ones that
run
are
'em.
good
So
on
you
like both
don't
sides. Like
run
the
any
mayor,
of the ones from the original Innistrad.
like
I
Mayor
don't think it
Averbuck
matters
is good
what
on both
matters in
sides.
Innistrad.
Like,
The first one. Dude, no, they care about each other a lot. You generate a lot of card draw. They're fast with red. They have good ramp because of green. They're in like the perfect color combination for what you want to do. There's so many ways to make them really big and really wide. I think they're
I'm
really good.
gonna be
Let's
honest.
take a
I'm
look
gonna
at
be
these-
honest. The lowest I'm gonna go with werewolves is probably mid A.
I damn near put them almost an S. They're close.
I don't think you can put werewolves above like even elementals or cats in this.
Yes, you
case. Here's-
can. Yes, you
so
can.
can.
So
You
here's
so
the thing.
can.
It's
I'll drive
so
to Minneapolis
easy,
tomorrow.
Kyle.
I'll drive to Minneapolis or not.
Let's talk
Minneapolis.
about
I'll drive to
something real
Manhattan tomorrow.
fast. Deck versatility is non-existent with this.
what do you
deck
mean?
here.
Hold on. What do you mean by that?
What?
Oh, no, guys,
So-
what does he mean by it? Let him cook.
So like as far as creatures go,
Mhm.
you're going to see pretty much almost all of the same creatures to make a functional deck across the board.
Sure,
You're seeing synergy points across like 85,
sure.
75%, and that I think does
Kyle,
mean a lot.
I don't think that makes it worse though. Like, think about elves. Most elf decks are gonna run all the same elves, but that
They're
doesn't make it worse.
I don't know
I
what the
just-
fuck is going on here that we're even.
I'm just
I don't know
listen,
how this is a debate.
I'm talking him out of it, guys. Hold on.
No,
Okay,
no, you're not.
okay.
See, I
Kyle,
have rarely seen,
Eldrazi
a
have like
truly
all the
fun-
same picks as well. Like, I don't see how like having a small card pool makes it a worse tribe. It's about the strength of the cards, not the number of them.
You know, okay, let me also try and counter this a little bit. How many times when we were talking about angels did we say Avacyn when we were talking about angels?
Twice.
I think it was more
it
than
wasn't
that.
that many. It was not
was
that
like-
many.
It was like 3
Gisela, I
times.
said like 5 times.
Yeah, she's fucking cracked.
Most decks in Tribal are gonna run the same. I think.
Right.
Like-
So
All I'm getting is that I don't like.
All
I
you're getting is
genuinely
you don't like werewolves, Kyle.
I
No,
don't
dude.
think that I've seen very many functional decks with werewolves.
I really think that comes from the
I'll
fact
see you
that
tomorrow, Kyle. I'll
Because
see you
you
after work
haven't-
tomorrow, buddy. We'll play.
Brother, you haven't seen very many functional decks with werewolves because they only got good in Midnight. They were bad
they
in
were bad
Innistrad.
before
They're
Midnight Hunt, for sure.
really good.
And
right?
like
they are.
I know that we
surprisingly
Kyle,
good.
I know that you and I saw Dustin build his werewolf deck, and Dustin's that deck was not good. I'll say that for sure. But werewolves have changed.
I was hitting, bro. That's all I gotta say. Could be a skill issue, bro, but all I gotta say is they fuck hard.
Like Tovolar, especially coming out on turn 3, is
Tovolar,
pretty
dude.
huge.
Okay, well,
A
let's
turn
talk-
3 Tovolar that you can draw, dude, on every single one of them, man.
You know, I'm
And they
changing
flip-
my.
they all
I'm
flip into
changing my
even
opinion.
better.
Lowest I'm going with werewolves is high A.
Yeah, me
I
too.
mean,
I-
I think it's
I disagree with that wholeheartedly. I mean, okay, let me ask you this: how quickly can a werewolf deck actually like rebuild itself if it's set back?
with Tovolar at the helm,
Insanely fast.
pretty quick.
Insanely fucking fast.
Because
and
I
trust
started
me-
doing it.
Trust me, we had somebody running that fucking dragon
I'll
fucking
tell you this: it doesn't
Board
have.
clear fuck.
Walker. He
Yeah.
board wiped like 3 times, I think, that entire
3
game.
times.
And
and I was
Bryce
still
got back
smacking.
up and still smacked.
I will
people.
say, Kyle, that it's not in black or white, but it certainly rebuilds faster than Eldrazi. It certainly rebuilds faster than Elementals. It's
And
I don't know. I think that like with the sheer amount of
Demons.
creatures that are available in elementals, do me the favor, do me the justice of putting it
so
behind
here,
behind
like
elementals.
here's the
Ooh.
Kyle.
No.
Kyle,
no, dude.
here's where the power of werewolves comes in, is from Tovolar specifically, is that because of his
Wolves
card draw,
and werewolves.
you have so much access to more resources to rebuild with, versus the other decks that you don't have the same card draw.
Right. I was drawing like 6 cards a turn or more. I was getting so much card advantage by smacking the fuck out of people with like 13-13s.
I definitely
And they
don't.
all flip into better things.
I-
They all synergize.
Kyle,
with
I
werewolves.
will give you this, Kyle, that I would also be hesitant to accept anecdotal evidence in general, but I am not doing this from anecdotal evidence. I'm just analyzing the cards for what they are.
They
Like,
all
I just
flip
think
into
they're-
better cards. Like really good cards.
Sure.
I mean, that's how werewolves work. Yes, Bryce, thank you.
Yeah.
But, well, yeah, that's what I'm saying, though, dude. There's no way in hell you're gonna sit there and tell me an elemental deck that does not synergize nearly as well, doesn't give you the card advantage you're gonna get with Tovolar.
Kyle, I will give you that in the early days of werewolves,
they're
like
terrible.
I would say halfway through Shadows over Innistrad, basically Innistrad 2, that werewolves in general were not worth the mana cost on the front face, and were only worth it if you could flip it, and that was a eh.
Which is
But
reliant
halfway
on other
through
people's
Shadows over
actions.
Innistrad, the front face was worth it, and all the way up into Midnight Hunt, the front face was as good as the mana cost, and then
Yeah.
exponentially better if you flip it.
So
When you get
now,
to
can you
flip.
remind me of something about Daybound, Nightbound? How does that trigger?
So a
Casting
person
spells.
either has to cast 2 spells. If they don't, it triggers into Nightfall on the next turn. So,
But
like, the
regardless
next
of that,
turn. It
Tovolar
doesn't matter because
can
Tovolar
transform them without it. Like,
with wolves or werewolves, he just needs 3 of them.
and he is one.
Yeah, exactly.
So you
So
just
you need
I don't know.
Tovolar and 2/1 or like 2/2 drops, and you are automatically transforming werewolves. If you're swinging, you are automatically drawing cards, and you're gaining card advantage. I mean, it has green for good ramp. You're typically getting out Tovolar probably way faster, or these bigger werewolves way faster, and it's fast because it's in red. It's
What happens
it's
if you get
big
rid
and
of
it's fast,
Tovolar?
He's
Then
Well,
he comes back because he's the commander.
and he's
Yeah.
cheap. And guess what? You're green, so you're ramping.
Tovolar
know.
does. Tovolar is a.
I don't give a shit. I'm putting them both.
All
I
I'm
thought
saying is
Britain
that I
needs to
think
be
we're putting a
nerfed.
lot of value
I don't give a shit.
in
I'll
a
vote him.
singular card.
I don't care what it's
Tovolar, okay, I will say yes, we are putting a lot of value in a singular card, but that's why we analyze the commander and the 99. Where elementals gets most of their power from the 99, werewolves gets most of their power from the commander. And
Yeah,
it's
but
not
like
it's
you
like
still
sitting
get
here-
a ton of power from the other 99 too.
Dude, it's like saying that vampires are bad because Edgar Markov is just like the only
Well,
like
the-
really great commander.
Well, that's also not even true. There are a bunch of other options for.
But Edgar
vampires
Markov's the
that are-
best. Anyone that's not
Sure.
running Mardu vampires is wrong.
And you have 2 werewolf commanders, but that
Okay, but Ulrich, really?
Ulrich's not terrible. I used to run Ulrich as like
he's my
as
deck.
a Gruul like value deck. Ulrich was
like
pretty good.
you have technically you have the option of running Ulrich, not necessarily.
I
you
am
want to,
so
but-
surprised.
Yes, and that's fine.
that
But
this
like
is the debate.
we also analyzed every other deck's like considering their like most powerful commander, or like even looking at the other ones. We're looking at we're trying to take a good average, and when we have 77 times the number of decks that are for Tovolar as Ulrich, we really have to consider Tovolar.
And
Yeah.
Tovolar are so good. There's so much
I just-
value.
I just don't feel right putting.
It
this
really
ahead
feels
of
like it's just a
werewolves.
roadblock in your mind, Kyle.
I
That's
think-
not really there for any specific reason, you know?
I just have, man. Werewolves have not proven
I
themselves. to me.
have a question.
Kyle,
I'll
is that
play tomorrow.
anecdotal that you're trying to go with me? Or,
sounds like this.
yeah.
Kyle, I have a question. Can you
you
stop
got,
sucking Omnath's dick for about 2 seconds while we
Like,
put this in high
honestly,
A?
Here's the thing, I mean this. During this conversation,
Mhm.
I've been doing my best to keep Omnath out of the equation because you know what?
I-
If your conceit is that like Omnath is not a true elemental commander except for the one that is, then okay, fine, I'll work.
Barely is.
So-
He barely is.
I will say, Kyle, that I placed Elemental as high as it is, not because of the commanders, but because of what the tribe itself has to offer as a whole. Like, that was the strength. It was not on.
and the fact that you can run
And I
land.
think they offer a lot more than the werewolves do.
I'm gonna
No.
stir the pot a little bit more because I think werewolves.
Well, I will say that the tribe has more to offer as elementals, but the commander is far stronger with werewolves than with elementals.
They're so much more
I-
synergistic.
I'm still gonna say I think werewolves, just stirring the pot a little bit, better than Eldrazi tribal.
Absolutely. They're between demons and angels.
No.
They are.
No.
They are, dude. Tovolar is a 5 times better commander than any demon commander has to offer. It is so good with his
Is-
tribe.
I
Look at the
I
flip.
kind of
You can
agree
give
with
your-
this.
You can
I
give
kind
your
of
fucking-
agree with this.
You can give your werewolves trample. You can give him fucking whatever the fuck else he gives on the. Oh my god, he's so good, dude. Kyle, how are you not seeing this?
Like
I don't give a shit. I'll
this
vote him.
thing- like I just think that the deck list that I'm being provided is not that impressive to me.
Kyle,
Like the fact of the matter is that for the most part, I sit across one werewolf deck. I'm sitting across the same werewolf deck. You know, 3
Yeah,
other people.
Sure. And I
So
don't
what-
find werewolves entirely, like, inspirational or exciting either, but it doesn't mean they're not good.
Kyle, are you playing Magic on Friday?
I can be.
We'll see you Friday.
Hey, bro.
Kyle's
Bring
gonna
one
get
of your
brothel
friends.
stomped.
I'm gonna beat the shit out of Kyle. With
Kyle's
angels, and I'm
gonna
do
bring one of his
whatever.
combo decks just so that he can
One.
prove you guys wrong.
Well, the thing is that I don't have an
Re-
elemental tribal deck right now, except
Oh,
for
we'll report back on Saturday when Kyle's like, "That shit's fucking sucked."
So werewolves.
They're
Better than
between Titans and
Eldrazi, at
angels.
least.
They're
At
better than
least.
demons and angels.
I will
They're
give you
between-
better than Eldrazi. I will not give you better than demons.
I think they are better than demons strictly because they are more synergistic. And stop shaking your fucking head, Kyle.
And honestly,
Stop
they're
shaking
only
your
they're-
stop shaking your
they're
fucking
really
head.
only
They're
better than-
elementals too.
they're really
Elementals fucking suck compared to werewolves.
they're really only better than Eldrazi because of the card draw. Honestly, that's why I'm giving it there.
Yeah,
I think
because
that-
you can get out 10 werewolves by the time someone can get out one fucking Eldrazi commander.
Yes.
That's why.
Yes,
All right, you know what? I think if we're gonna end on a tribe,
this is
it better be this shithole of a tribe.
I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you, Kyle. We're gonna play some Magic.
Okay,
Actually, wait, grab your cards. Let's do spell table right now. We'll debate it. We'll settle it
I'll
right
do it on
fucking
stream.
now.
Do it on
We'll do it
stream.
right now.
My cards are out in my car. I don't want to.
Yeah, I bet they are. I bet they are. It's ridiculous.
I would like to point out we've gotten through 35 tribes and we have 56 left.
What?
Fuck's sake.
I
think
think
goblins
that
are
where
us
we
here.
just stopped is perfectly fine.
I think where we just stopped is pretty good, and we could leave it off on that tense note. With that, guys,
And if you wanna
thank
see
you
Omnath, you'll
for
see
joining
Omnath,
me,
that's
friends. We're gonna have to do this again for sure. This has been quite the discussion. Oh my goodness! But this tier it's not looking terrible. It's looking all right. Honestly, I didn't expect werewolves to get this high. I didn't expect elementals to get this high. I was talked into both of them. Elementals more so than werewolves.
Way better,
But
because they're way better.
But this has been lovely. We're learning a lot. We're talking a lot, having some good discussions, and I don't know. I look forward to next time because this is so much fun. This is so much fun.
Yeah, no, this is an incredible time. I'm so upset right now, but
All right, Kyle, it's fine. Just go watch some anime. Just take a minute.
And don't think
Go
about this
catch up
pub
on
stomp.
One Piece.
Don't think about
and
this
you'll
pub
be
stomp
fine.
on Friday. You know.
sleeve up an elemental deck. But yeah. Again, okay. This has been lovely, and I don't know. I guess catch lovely viewers at home next time, and you know
Bye,
any of
stream.
our friends we forced to watch. Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye, stream.
Bye.